It's the New Year's episode of the Cult Movie Cantina.
Happy New Year!
Welcome to the year 2022.
We do not talk about New Year's whatsoever this episode.
At all.
Because we forgot.
We did.
This is all you get.
Because I
Enjoy.
made great libations for this episode and we started drinking.
That's true. That's true.
In fairness, that did happen.
This episode, we get fun facts from Jestina.
Do we, though?
About the year.
Do we?
I thought they were fun.
We got fun trivia from Justina.
We got fun trivia because we've already done 1989. So
That's
enjoy
right.
more 1989.
And then we have a wonderful libation from Stephanie.
We did. I drank it all. Sorry, guys.
I
We
drank it
talk
too.
about
Put water in it.
the film Ghostbusters 2.
Kind of.
Did that come up?
That's,
We went
there
off
was
on
a
a
lot
tangent.
more Toy Story in that.
there was no Toy Story in that.
What?
Oh, no, there was. I brought it up once.
I don't even remember any talk about Toy Story.
She just likes to pepper it in every episode. It's like an
That's
Easter egg. Find the Toy Story
hilarious.
in this episode.
We did talk about Ghostbusters too.
We sure did. And learned some fun facts about that.
We did.
really did. Caleb really liked the movie. The rest of us were like, meh.
Yeah. It's good.
If you really need some
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler
now,
alert.
now they don't have to
Housing
watch the
market.
rest of the episode.
I'm sorry.
Thanks,
No, I'm
Lady of
sorry.
Libations.
Shall we do that again?
No,
I'm
no.
so sorry.
Do it
One
again.
take wonders. That's
Hit me again, tube sock.
You got to watch it.
What?
It's funny. You need to watch it for my drink recipe alone. It's amazing.
and
See if you can answer the trivia.
actually, you should watch it for the drink episode, your trivia, and watch me torture them while trying to figure out the movies of 1989.
Yes,
Is
absolutely.
It was
that any
kind of
different
fun.
than any other year? It's just a different year for us.
It's kind of fun for me.
Same game, different year.
So, watch the rest of this.
Do it.
There's Mop over there. Hey,
And have a happy new year.
Happy New Year.
I hope your new year was great. Make sure you kiss somebody special.
You're listening to the Mobcast Network.
Welcome to the Cult Movie Cantina.
What's up?
Hi.
How's it going?
What's
Hi.
up?
This is a podcast that looks at some of your favorite cult films, adds an alcoholic beverage,
Oh, that's me all the time.
shows us someone who's not seen them,
Always me. Sometimes not, but most of the time it's me.
and then we talk about it. I'm your Native American pop culture spirit guide, Scotty, and I'm joined by, as always,
Your Lady of Libation, Stephanie.
Justina, your jellicle jester.
she who knows no movies.
Admiral.
At your service.
Thank you. Thank you.
And we're joined by producer Caleb.
Hey.
Hey!
We make sure the cameras are moving and things are running.
Yeah.
So if this doesn't come out, it's his fault. We might be taking away them keys, buddy.
I know, that's right. Sure. Key privileges revoked.
My train of thought was derailed. I am looking at the list of things I need to do.
Ghostbusters 2.
Right, and just was gone.
You're welcome.
Maybe it's because we have the audience. I mean, like, Callie is, like, very intently watching us.
My kids are joining us today, and they're doing a wonderful job.
They're
so far.
they're wonderful. So they're,
we
they're
actually
great
have
in the
them
audience.
watching us as they eat a candy cane full of judgment. It's fine. Hi. Hello.
Candy cane.
Hello.
Candy cane full
judgment.
of judgment is my next
Next
album
band name. Next band name.
Oh, it's an album title. That's more of an album
Yeah.
title.
But mine was funnier based off Parks and Rec.
Oh,
So,
yes, ma'am.
Thank
I've
you.
never seen that. So.
You've got to see it. It's great. It's got Andy Dwyer, Chris Pratt.
I like Chris Pratt.
Amy Poehler.
He does have Amy Poehler.
This
I love
one he
Amy
was
Poehler.
chunky, right?
Yeah, it was,
Yeah.
But like you see towards the end of the show that he loses weight.
Oh, okay.
But he
Yeah.
still has to maintain his quirkiness, but he's lost weight, and it makes it even funnier because he still like talks about eating all the time, and we're like, no, you're not.
Yeah.
Go ahead and pretend. We know you're spitting that out between takes. Okay. Anyway.
If you're listening to us on any podcast or watching us and you want to listen to us on a podcast, you can go to your podcast apps, anyone you like, and
your
look
favorite.
look for Cult Movie Cantina. Please like and subscribe and rate us. That would be
Rate us well, though.
help.
If it's not going to be well, can you at least give constructive criticism? Like we like to grow and improve.
That's right.
We want a good rating. So how can we do that for you?
What can we do for you
What
guys?
can
Yeah.
we do?
You can
Do
join.
you want to taste stuff too? We can send you beans. Sorry.
Are we
continue.
sending beans? Is that what we're doing?
Are we-
if
are we
that's
sending
what-
beans to people
We have
now?
leftover hot beans
Yeah.
that are going to sit there forever until
That's
they
it.
get
We'll
thrown
just send
away.
you leftover food from our office.
We're like, we don't like these anymore. Next person to like us.
By the
It's
way,
all
those
you.
beans are really hot. I feel like we should feed them to the children.
No, no, no.
Girls,
I can say that because my kids are grown and out of the house.
No,
I would have totally have given it to my kids.
no.
100%.
No.
y'all want
Ask
some hot
them.
beans?
Ask my kids if I'd done it.
Every time you misbehave now, you're getting a hot bean. Okay. Mackenzie, I love you, but you had that one jalapeno with like a seed on it, and it was the end of the world. So you're gonna be like the Uncle Scotty here, bite into half of one and be like, I'm done. That's it. I'm over.
Hey, I made it to 3.
You did good. You did
I
3.
did make it 3. I was in tears in the
he was
first
like,
one.
this is halfway.
Out.
Done.
Scotty does not do hot.
And they were hot.
They
were
were.
surprisingly hot.
I think it's partially because they built up though.
Yeah, but they were surprisingly.
But fun
hotter
fact, we learned
we did learn.
Pop Rocks
Cures heat.
Cures the heat of that.
It's the
true.
craziest
That
thing.
was crazy. It was a good episode.
It was a good episode.
You can join us on Facebook at facebook.com/Cult Movie Cantina.
We play games.
We do. We're there a lot.
That's all we do in life.
That's what
You
we
can
did.
watch us if you're listening to a podcast and want to look at our smiling faces. You can go to youtube.com/Mopcast Network. I like your smiling face.
I smiled so they knew what I was doing.
Right.
You said we were going to be smiling, so.
Right. I hope they can see you because from my angle, you're just behind.
I
the
would show you on
microphone.
my camera. Cut to my camera, Caleb.
Oh, but there's not one.
Oh, that's right.
I'm working on
That's
it.
right.
I'm working on it.
Keep hearing about it.
I had some other.
That's the camera that was thrown
expenses
in a
come up.
ravine.
It was there.
Yeah.
If it ever made it out of the ravine.
And then he had unexpected expenditures.
It's fine.
Yeah.
It happens. I'll just keep smiling.
We'll just
at
leave it at that.
Well, yeah, we'll leave it at that. As Jestina alluded to, our movie this week is Ghostbusters
Get to wear my shirt again.
Two,
from 1989, the year of Jestina's birth.
It was. Fun fact: we've done another movie from the year of my birth.
What movie did we do?
What movie do you think we did? I know because I did.
You
some
did the research.
Because I had to because I do the fun facts. I'll bring it up during my fun facts.
Okay, do
Is
that.
it time for my fun
Actually,
facts?
I think it's in my notes.
Well, I'm gonna get to it first because my fun facts happen before.
All right,
your
I double
notes.
check if that was in my notes. I
So-
think it's in my notes. All right, Ghostbusters 2, 1989, directed by Ivan Reitman.
Yes.
Written by Dan Akroyd and Harold Ramis. Stars Bill Murray as Peter Venkman, Dan Akroyd as Ray Stans, Harold Ramis as Egon Spengler, Ernie Hudson as Winston Zeddemore, Sigourney Weaver as Dana Barrett, Rick Moranis as Louis Tully, Annie Potts as Jenny Melnitz, Peter McNichol as Jonas Poa, Wilhelm von Umberg as Vigo the Carpathian,
You're doing so well.
and Henry Dussador II and William Dussador as Baby Oscar.
Oh,
So, Justina,
So cute.
can you take us into them fun facts?
And the
No,
faster you go,
I can't,
The
because
faster
we
you
did
go
these
through
already.
that, the faster we can drink. I'm just kidding.
we've already done the fun facts. So then I tried to look up new fun facts, and guess what? I went through a lot of the good ones.
Oh goodness.
So I have a new segment that we're doing during fun facts. It's going to start with Stephanie. What movie did we do in 1989?
It was
Let me give you a timeline. October 24th is the day that we podcasted on this.
okay. So it was one of our Halloween films. So
Correct.
it would have been Warlock.
It was Warlock.
Yep.
Do you remember the leading men in Hollywood hunks from 1989? It's two of them.
Was it Paul Newman?
They both start with J.
Oh,
We just did this.
I know. Do you remember? One
What-
was one
I
we
think-
didn't expect.
I thought I was.
it's the dude from NXS.
No, I don't know. I don't know that. The band guy?
Yeah.
Is that who? No. This is
Okay.
two. They're both people I'm aware of. One's a pirate.
Oh,
Johnny
Johnny
Depp.
Depp.
Johnny
Yep.
Depp.
And then the other one, I know what he's in. Grease.
Oh,
John Travolta.
Very good. So that's
Very
what
good.
my
Oh,
fun little.
look who's talking. That's what
Oh,
it was.
that's
That's
what
what
it
he
was.
was.
Yeah.
We had the same conversation.
Yeah.
Like, why John Travolta? But
There you
Since
go.
we've already done 1989 fun facts, we are going to do a general knowledge quiz of things from 1989.
ooh, I like quizzes.
Okay.
With the election of George H.W. Bush,
Yes.
how many presidents has the United States had? There are multiple choice options.
Hold
Would
on.
you like?
Hold
No,
on.
no,
No,
no.
tell me.
Okay.
Why,
Actually, I'll give them to you if you struggle.
Hush.
She's counting. I'm sorry.
are you counting?
Yes, leave her alone.
Counting him?
Would you like me to do it out loud?
Yes.
You'll be impressed. Washington, Adams, Jefferson, Madison, Monroe, Adams, Jackson, Van Buren, Harrison, Tyler, Polk, Taylor, Fillmore, Pierce, Buchanan, Lincoln, Johnson, Grant, Hayes, Garfield, Arthur, Cleveland, Harrison, Cleveland, McKinley, Roosevelt, Taft, Wilson, Harding, Coolidge. Then there's Herbert Hoover, Franklin Roosevelt, Harry Truman, Dwight D. Eisenhower, John F. Kennedy, Johnson, Nixon, Ford, Carter, Reagan, and Bush.
Okay, you stopped counting halfway through that.
I know, but I got excited because I could actually remember all my presidents.
I am really, really
Can you
impressed.
do the one since Bush?
Okay, so there is Bush, Clinton, Bush.
Right.
Bush, Clinton, Bush, Obama, and then Trump and the guy we have now.
Yeah, Trump and Biden.
And Brandon.
Brandon.
I'm just kidding.
And now our podcast
Just
gets
kidding.
canceled.
Just kidding. I don't know. I mean, yeah, Biden.
Brandon.
Biden.
So I'm going to give you the multiple choice.
I know it.
What is it?
Okay, are we counting him or is it including him?
With the election.
But I did quit
of
counting.
41.
I'm sorry.
41 is correct.
You know why I know that? Because it's Bush is
Was it
41.
for a second?
Is 41 and the Bush 2 is 43.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
So-
I don't remember
that's-
all their numbers, but I
No,
can
no,
remember
no,
all the
that's
presidents.
Mad
how-
impressive.
No. That's how people like distinguish when they
President
say President Bush
41 or
is
President
41 and
43.
43.
Oh, that's cool.
So,
That's fun.
Yeah, so that's how I knew. So
okay.
it wasn't like some revelation. It's just
No, he's like, I did all of that and counted while you were listing.
No, I just
What is the Iron Curtain?
The Iron Curtain was the, I mean, it's the Soviet Union, right?
the Iron Curtain is the mythical
The line border.
border between. Well, it's not
Between-
really a border, but it's for the Cold War. It's between
Yeah.
U.S. and Russia.
Right.
So it is the dividing line between capitalist and communist Europe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The last option in the multiple choice is a metal band, which
Yeah.
is what I clicked on because I clicked the most ridiculous of all of these to see if the answer was correct.
That's too
I
funny.
bet you there is a metal band out there called the Iron Curtain.
It would be
There
cool.
should be. Next band name.
Okay.
Who is the Prime Minister of England in 1989?
Thatcher?
Thatcher is
Yeah,
correct.
she sure was.
The Iron Lady.
When did she, the Iron Lady, yeah. When did she,
Early 90s, I think she
that's
ended.
right.
Who is the reigning WWE champion?
For 89?
In 89, it was Triple H or The Rock?
Way later.
Way later? The 89?
Let me give you the options.
The Rock wasn't wrestling in 89.
Okay, I was trying to remember. I used to watch wrestling with my mom. Maybe that was later on. So,
So it's,
89.
yeah, what's some more choices? Because I have to
Yeah,
think about
Ric
it.
Flair,
Yeah.
Hulk
No.
Hogan, Bret the Hitman Hart. What's the WWE?
The
World Wrestling
Entertainment.
No. That's option D.
Oh, what is
Thank
it?
you for thinking I was asking a question.
F is, at the time it was WWF. It's World Wrestling
I would
Federation.
say Bret Hart.
I'll go Hulk Hogan.
It was what's the WWE?
Oh, it wasn't. It was
Yeah, 'cause it was
WWF
still
then.
WWF.
And he literally just said that too. It was the WWF, okay?
Yeah,
Oh,
it was a World
sorry.
Wrestling
This is the answer.
Federation.
Bum, bum,
Yeah.
bum.
That was good. You did good. You did good.
Which presidential candidate was the first to have a female running mate? Keep in mind this is 1989. Joseph Biden, George H.W. Bush, Walter Mondale, George McGovern.
This Mondale.
Mondale.
Mondale. That's correct.
And it was, she just passed away too. Never mind. I can't think. It'll come to me.
Yeah.
What's the missing word here? Mr. Blank, tear down this wall.
Gorbachev.
Well done. Desmond Tutu. Tutu?
Tutu. The bishop.
Was the first black Anglican bishop in which nation?
South Africa?
Yes. I like that you're like, it's a bishop, and then it's like, oh man, which nation? Yes, South Africa. Who is the most recent James Bond on the big screen in 1989?
Timothy Dalton.
Yeah, Timothy Dalton.
It is Pierce Brosnan.
Prison Brosnan at that point?
Pierce Brosnan.
Not true.
That's what I was.
No, it's the Dalton. 80. Brosnan's first one is GoldenEye. That's 95.
Oh. Well, I'll have to pull up and double check.
Go back and double check.
I like that we all look at Caleb.
to
Like,
double
it's-
check.
It's 89 is what Living Deadlights. It's got to be. It's Dalton because no, it's.
We will come back to that.
I thought it was
Wrong.
Dalton.
Each one of these had an
'Cause it
explanation,
was.
and I
Yeah.
didn't write it down.
No.
So now I'm interested to see what it says the explanation
Okay.
is for that answer. On what soap opera would you watch the trials and tribulations of Luke and Laura?
General Hospital.
All right.
Yeah, he was not James Bond until 95.
Perfect. I'm going to go back and see what it says about that because now I'm curious.
You were you ever a soap opera person?
I watched Days of Our Lives.
Were you days like
These are the days.
all my children was. I think we've talked about the podcast before, but all my children was big at my house. However, I remember the wedding of Luke and Laura. That was a thing. I mean,
wow.
like it was.
I remember like it being in the TV guide and everything, but I watched Days of Our Lives because they had that character Patch who was really hot.
right.
I mean, and so I would watch it with him.
Hey.
They had another guy on there that was hot. Was it Bo?
Caleb,
I can't
Yeah.
remember.
can you look up? I want to say it's 82, but it may be earlier. The wedding of Luke and Laura. Just look up the wedding. The world will know.
I mean, the wedding picture alone is like
81.
81. So it's close.
yeah,
Same year Reagan was shot.
it's pretty big.
Yeah, Timothy Dalton was Bond in 89. He had just done License to Kill.
License to Kill.
That's
All right.
it.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Look at it. Haha. We out trivia the trivia.
There you go.
That's
Get
what
better
I got it wrong
sources.
Well, all right. What's the next question?
I think she's thrown. Hold on.
She's
with. It says that it was Pierce, and it says Bronson is an Irish actor who had previously been known for the TV series Remington Steele.
Yep.
Right.
He portrayed Ian Fleming's dashing spy until 2002, but Bond will always be George Lazenby.
That's the original.
Lazenby.
Lazenby to us.
Yeah.
But
oh boo.
yeah, he's kind of wrong.
He's
though,
the
but
he's the second Bond.
second. That's right.
He's after Sean Connery.
Yeah.
Lazenby wasn't even an actor, and they got him to. It's Lazenby's story about how he became Bond's crazy, but it was only Bond for the one movie.
Okay. Yes.
Fun fact that when Lazenby was going to be Bond, when they were auditioning for people for Bond, Dalton was one of the people who they were trying to seek, but at the time he was 25 or 26.
Yeah, he was a baby.
Right, and he thought he was too young, but they
Oh,
were going
wow.
to they were going to cast him.
Interesting.
That's how Timothy Dalton got the role
wow.
later in life.
1985's Best Picture winner Amadeus was
Ah.
about which musician?
Mozart.
Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart.
Amadeus.
Amadeus.
That was a good movie.
Amadeus.
Who spearheaded the famine benefit called Band-Aid?
That would be Bob Geldorf.
Yeah, Geldorf.
Yeah.
Yep. Well done.
Mhm.
Which country
That-
was dictator Baby Doc de Vallier forced to flee?
Haiti.
That is correct.
And you know what his father's name was?
I do not.
Papa Doc.
Oh, that makes sense, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Baby Doc. Both of them.
Was it Mama Doc,
No.
too?
Papa Doc,
Sister Doc?
Baby Doc are both terrible, terrible human beings.
Yeah.
All right. But they have cute, adorable names.
Right?
Oh, the irony. How many astronauts died as part of the Challenger disaster?
All of them.
Well, yes.
Like how many?
What's the
body
number?
count?
7.
7 is correct. Which of these?
Can I be terrible?
All of them.
That's true. Do you know why I know it's 7?
No, why?
Because as a child, and this is terrible, and I apologize, but this is the reason why I know it sticks in my mind. What does the acronym NASA stands for?
Not another.
Need another 7 astronauts.
That's right. Need another 7 astronauts.
That's terrible.
I remember
That's
that.
okay.
And that's like in 3rd grade when that
I'm
happened.
never going to forget it now, Scotty.
Right, exactly. That's the reason why I know there's 7. It's just because children are terrible back in the 80s. We were terrible.
I'm terrible now.
But now you know the information, so it's there.
All right.
Which of these, which if you want to throw it down without me saying it, was the first video aired by MTV?
Oh, that video killed the radio star.
Which is like one of my favorite songs. I love
By
that
the
song
Buggles.
so much.
Video killed
The other ones they had as options was Billie Jean, Like a Virgin, and Jailhouse Rock.
No, that's way later.
Who
Except
was
with
the
Jailhouse
first woman sworn as? Oh my gosh! Who was the first woman sworn in as a justice on the Supreme Court?
Ginsburg?
I have no idea. I don't pay attention to
RBG.
that kind of stuff.
Is it Ginsburg?
RBG.
I have Sandra Day O'Connor.
Oh, O'Connor.
yeah.
I forgot about O'Connor. Sorry. I'm bad.
No, you're good because part of me is like I don't even know anymore. Might not
I'm
be
really not very political, so I don't pay attention.
real. Where did the Velvet Revolution take place? Czechoslovakia,
Romania?
Egypt, Tanzania, or Studio 54?
Studio 54.
Czechoslovakia.
Czechoslovakia is correct.
My first thought was Romania because it's either 89 or 91.
What is the Velvet Revolution?
It's the kicking out the communists out of Czechoslovakia.
Oh, okay. Wow, I must have been drinking on that day.
Do you know what the Morris worm was?
The Morris worm. No.
No, what is the Morse worm?
It's a computer virus.
Oh.
Apparently, the guy that did it was in college, and to this day will not talk about it. He doesn't want to talk about it. So I don't know if it was like an oopsie, and he's like, "That
happened in 89?
Mhm.
I didn't have a computer in 89.
I did not either.
I didn't know they were around.
Yes,
but
they
I
were.
obviously did not care because in '89
They were big and
shatting my
bulky
pants.
and didn't do a whole lot.
That sounds about right. Who was the live-action lead in Who Framed Roger Rabbit? You guys both know this.
Bob Hoskins,
Yeah.
Correct.
who was also in Super Mario Brothers,
Yep.
which we did on this show.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Look at this time back around. Oh my gosh.
Connections.
The Wasteland was one of the seminal poems of the 20th century. Who wrote it?
The Seminole?
Seminole.
Like the
Seminole?
Indians?
No,
Like with an A.
important.
Oh.
I will go with Maya Angelou.
We have W.H. Auden, T.S. Eliot, Sylvia Plath, or J.K. Rowling.
Sylvia Plath.
What was the first one?
W.H. Auden.
I'll go with that one.
It is T.S. Eliot.
Oh, we were both wrong.
And finally,
Just doesn't seem
to
like
wrap up 1989,
Uh-huh.
in the year of 1989,
Yes.
how many planets were there?
Oh, there.
9?
There were 9 because
Yeah.
Pluto was still recognized as
Yeah.
not a
Planet.
dwarf planet.
It's still a planet.
It's still a planet, but now it's a dwarf.
That's
And
adorable.
that concludes
That was fun.
1989
that was very
general
fun.
knowledge
You
did
because we
good.
did the fun facts already.
Most of those, I think, or at least half of them didn't even happen in 89, which I think was even fun.
Right.
I will not be using that site again.
So if you have other sites, please let us know.
Yeah.
I thought that might be. I looked up
That was
like a
fun.
couple different things to do because I was like, I hit most of the things that were important.
Yeah.
So then
Yeah.
it just
That
be
was
random
actually
nonsense.
fun, though.
I do not enjoy trivia, but I like telling trivia to people who have to do it.
Oh, it's a good skill to have.
It is. It's fun.
I got to show off I knew my president skills.
That was
Yeah,
amazing.
That's amazing. I'm
utterly
thoroughly impressed.
Thank you.
I don't think I could do
I'm
it.
utterly impressed. Like
Because
a cow.
I'll get hung after Polk. I'll get kind of get hung up because they're all kind of interchangeable.
I've got
Yeah.
Washington.
Adams.
Lincoln's in there somewhere.
he's like 15
got-
later.
We got Jefferson. He's in there too. Like, what other bill do we have?
Okay,
Like,
Jefferson.
Franklin wasn't one. Like,
Hamilton was not one.
No.
just go through all the bills and coins.
I still want to do a ska musical about Franklin's life, though.
Oh, yeah.
That'd be fun.
Lin-Manuel can do a rap one. I want to do about Hamilton.
There you go. Do a ska one.
Brothers and sisters, gather round.
You kind of scared me a little bit.
A little bit.
Sometimes sermons do that.
I know.
They put the fear in your
Put the
child.
fear.
This is why I don't go to church.
I don't want to be scared.
Do you hear strange bumps in the night?
Yes.
Yes, I do.
Sometimes.
Are there disturbances that you don't understand?
Every day.
Yes.
Yeah.
Does your baby carriage decide to drive itself
No.
I don't have a baby.
I don't-
into traffic?
Every time.
I don't have one.
Every time.
Well, who are you gonna call?
Probably Jennifer.
The police.
Probably nobody.
Jen-
Call Jennifer and be like, Jennifer, the carriage is doing it again. Can you pick it up on your way home, please? It's somewhere out there. I don't know.
I kind of need her response to that. I just,
Should I call her?
no, but I just like
Just get her on the
like,
phone.
like, is there a baby in it?
Probably be a cat. Let's be honest right now. It's a cat.
Well, who are you going to call? Well, not the Ghostbusters, because thanks to a court order and a ton of lawsuits, they aren't in business anymore.
That's sad.
At least not as ghost.
Right. Luckily, former dog and friend of the Ghostbusters, Dana Barett, has her way to contact them when her own pram gets a mind of its own and endangers her small human, Oscar.
Bye, Oscar.
So let's catch up. Ray has an occult bookstore and sometimes child party entertainer along with Winston. Egon is back in the university studying the effects of human emotions, and Peter hosts a show about psychics. Dana seeks out Egon to help her. He asks to get Ray, but Dana just requests to leave Peter out of this. Their relationship ended kind of rough, and she's married and divorced another, but she has an offspring, a little 6 months baby, the aforementioned Oscar. Dana works as a museum restorer, at a museum as a restorer, when a strange painting of a 16th century European tyrant and magician, non-children's party version, Vigo the Carpathian, arrives. Her creepy little boss, Janos, gets hypnotized by the painting, and the spirit of Vigo commands him to get a baby so he can be born again, non-Jesus-like, and rule the world. Janos is totally into Dana, and he was like, well, if you get the baby, can I get the mama? The
Maybe your mama
Carpathian
and daddy.
agrees. So the Ghostbusters with Peter. Sorry, Dana, but, Ray's weak. Look at the Marshmallow Man.
Yeah.
Investigates Dana's apartment, and Oscar gets readings gets around apartments, so they come back during the night to dig up the street and investigate. Ray is lowered into a hole they create and finds a river of slime where he gets samples of it. The problem is the cops show up and the Ghostbusters are arrested and are taken to court.
I like that when they tried to show up the first time, though, they're like, you didn't get that permit. We're working on a weekend. And they're just like, all right, goodbye. See ya.
My favorite part is like, look, all the phone lines are out over
Yeah.
it. And they're like, the phones are over there.
Yeah,
It's like,
sort of
"Yo,
there.
my phones are over there.
I told you.
I told you. It's very like Mario Bros.
Yeah.
In that
Yeah.
slapstick. It was fun.
Let's just say the
pretty
court
fun.
doesn't go well for them. The judge is ready to throw the book at them. However, the emotions released, his emotions released ghost from the slime Ray brought up and is currently used as evidence against the Ghostbusters. The judge rescinds the court order preventing the Ghostbusters to bust ghosts, and they save the day and are back in business.
Woohoo!
Oh yeah, the slime. It responds to positive and negative emotions, and Ray might have slept with it.
Purely for research.
Ray needs a girlfriend.
Yeah.
Oh, and the slime nearly eats Dana and Oscar in the bathroom, and they get as they get ready for some tummy time.
We're going to talk about that, by the way. We can do it now, we can do it later, but we're talking about that.
Yeah, this movie really doubles down on slime.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No, I'm
Peter,
just talking about the bathroom scene in general.
we'll talk about it. Yeah, we'll
Okay.
get to it.
Don't forget.
Peter and Dana go on a date, leaving the baby with Janine and Lewis, former dog man turned tax attorney. The other Ghostbusters go investigating under the city, run into a ghost train, and find the river of slime, get pulled into it, at least as they were trying to test for depth. They escape out of a manhole, try to kill each other. Turns out the entire negative emotions of New York are charging up the slime poorly.
Sounds about right.
They crash Peter and Dana date at a fancy restaurant, and the disturbance they cause gets them arrested and thrown into a psychiatric hospital for observation.
Oh.
Giannis in the spirit form in a spirit form kidnaps, not kills. He does not kill the baby. Kidnaps Oscar and heads to the museum. Dana takes chase. Ghostly things are happening all over the city. A la Ghostbusters 1. Dana's museum is encased in pink slime, and the mayor has the boys release and off to try to save the city. The Ghostbusters need a symbol to help break through all the negative emotions, something they can use to unite New Yorkers and bring joy. There's only one symbol that can do it: the Statue of Liberty.
Clearly.
Using the positive charge slime, they coat her insides, and let's just say magic. Jackie Wilson and a Nintendo controller calls her to walk, because I have no other explanation for that.
There you go.
They break the barrier of the museum, confront Vigo, neutralizing Janosch with a positive slime. Vigo takes physical form, stuns the Ghostbuster, and Dana recaptures Oscar. The crowd outside sings Auld Lang Syne, and their goodwill weakens Vigo, forcing him back into the painting. The Ghostbusters are freed, but Ray is possessed, but not for long, as the Ghostbusters are able to slime Ray back into the good side. They defeat Vigo, and his painting is replaced with their likeness surrounding Oscar. They return the Statue of Liberty to a cheering crowd at Liberty Island. Credits.
Credits. Well, that was fun.
That's a lot going on in this movie.
Yeah.
There is.
There's a lot going on in it. A lot of it to me seems like it's phoned in. I don't know what y'all thought about that. There's a reason for that, but we'll talk about that in trivia. But
Are you saying we need a beverage?
we can do a libation. We'll do the libation while we talk.
I feel like we could do that,
Yeah.
and then we could break down the movie.
All right, bring out the libation.
We're gonna do the libation. I'm
I just heard
excited.
liquors, and I'm curious.
Liqueurs.
And then
Make
she
me
also
some cups,
sent
please, ma'am.
punch jokes to us all day in our cult thing, and I was like, she's about to make a punch. She's about to make a ghost punch.
A Ghost Punch 2.
Yes.
Strangely enough, I have Tito's.
Weird. We just had beautiful paintings, drawings of us. That could be a painting. It's beautiful. That we received for Christmas, and she has a bottle of Tito's in it, and it's fantastic.
Um,
Oh, look at her bringing out the
It's
Midori
back.
again.
Well, I bought it for the last one, and I said, by God, I'm going to use this stuff. So it's happening. I'm making my own ecto coolers.
That's fun.
fun fact: they released Ecto Cooler for this new movie, Ghostbuster Afterlife, but they only gave it to influencers.
Yep.
I feel like we could get that
One
right?
day. I'm kind of mad that they did that actually, because I mean, make a limited supply, but don't to influencers.
Yeah. What are they going to do with it?
Drink it on camera.
And then
It's
show
not
off the
that
fact that
good.
they can. Drink
We
it,
already
nobody
drank
else
it on
can.
camera. Maybe that's why they didn't give it to us. And we mixed it with vodka. I gotta find that video.
All right. So, real simple. Got basic ingredients. My favorite ingredient, of course, is Tito's.
All right.
I'm glad I didn't get you Tito's for Christmas. I almost did. Then I was like, oh, I found this other stuff
No, I
better.
have plenty.
But you have no Klingon blood
I have
wine.
no Klingon. I do now.
Right?
All right.
See last episode.
So we're doing Big Side of Tito's. Big side, I think it's an ounce and a half.
Doesn't matter. We're gonna stick with big side.
Big side.
10-4. We need that big side, please.
It's a big
Because
side.
at home, let's be honest, I don't measure at home.
Who would?
Just saying. We're gonna do the same amount of the Midori
See previous 2 episodes for this part right here.
because I have a hard time opening this for whatever reason. Last time I couldn't open it either.
What you looking for, buddy?
Oh, I had to get something too.
Oh, okay.
Oh, this is gonna be fun.
I got it. Do it. You can do it.
Great success. Great success.
No, it's slipping this time. There it goes.
Yay. Scotty to the rescue.
We're just gonna need to power through this bottle so that we don't have to fight with it again.
That's
It's
right.
fine.
Big side
Oh.
of the Midori.
It already looks beautiful.
It looks like an Echo cooler already.
He does look like an ecto cooler.
Ecto coolers. Okay.
Probably tastes better than an ecto cooler.
We're going to put a splash of lime juice. And that really is just supposed to like cut down on the sweet a little bit because it's super sweet.
If you want to put extra splash on mine, just splash it on up. I don't know about you, Caleb, but I want extra splash.
Yeah.
I also like lime, so we got splashy.
Perfect.
Drowned.
Sometimes you just need to drown your liquor in lime.
And lovely Fanta pineapple.
Fanta.
Fanta, don't you want to?
Look at you remembering that.
I'm like jingles.
Oh, that's
I
your
know
thing?
jingles really well to the point where I sometimes know the jingle and I've never seen the product. I just know their jingle. But I mix jingles with things. Like,
Right.
I'll say something and then be like, eat fresh. I'm like, oh, that's Subway. And I was like, no, it's BK Lounge. Okay.
And here are your Ecto coolers.
I will pass it out, Caleb. I got you.
All right. I'll
They're
meet you
all the
halfway.
same.
Mickey, how's your book?
He wasn't offering, Mackenzie.
I was asking how her book was.
but it was a Mickey pause.
She gave me a thumbs up.
All right.
It wasn't a Mickey. Do you want an Ecto cooler? It was a Mickey. No. No. What?
Everybody
You can
take a
speak out
taste
loud.
and tell me how you feel about it.
Do you want the regular or puffed?
Are you going to take a taste?
Okay, hold in a minute.
The child needed things.
I feel like this is gonna get a lot better when I get to
Ooh,
the
that's
bottom.
good.
Good?
Regular or puffed?
Okay. I have more, guys, when you're ready.
All right.
May not have a lot of ice left in a minute, but
There are no puffs. I'm sorry. I dropped it on the ground. I have another bag of the chips I just dropped on the ground. Oh my god.
No, actually, if you look on the fridge, there's unicorn poop.
Yeah.
Back there, there's a little blue bag. Please be very careful with that cord.
She'll be fine. She's 14. She got this. Remember?
Lights are not free. Share with your sisters. Excuse me?
Yeah, they were sent from our friend Kisa. So share with your sister.
okay, there you
I'm
go.
going to tell Kisa.
That's our libation. Now we can
So-
enjoy
Right.
and trash this movie.
Now that we've all had a shot of extra cooler.
Trash this movie.
Caleb's getting defensive.
I like this movie. I, in fact, think that it's not quite on par with the first one, but it's up there.
So I want to talk about real quick. Let's go back to this bathroom scene, okay? I'm speaking to all you parents out there, and those that aren't parents but don't like to be urinated on. Let's talk about this bathroom sequence. Okay, so she's about to put her baby in the tub. And
Right.
she's gonna, I'll take a bath with you or I'll take off my shirt because you splashed me so much last time. Ha ha ha. It's cute, adorable. But then the slime comes up and she leaves. Cut to her showing up at Homeboy's house with a coat on wrapped around her and her naked baby. One little boy. Okay? Little boys have peni. Penises, peni.
they do. I have
Yeah.
2 sons.
And they, like,
Being a former little boy.
diapers of like little boys because I have friends and I care for people. I know how terrifying it is that you're going to get peed on. Like, it's always like, okay, cover it up.
As soon as
Don't
air
do
hits
it.
that thing.
Exactly.
It's like a gun.
So we're talking about the winter of New York.
yeah.
And
It's
this
cold.
chick is like, I'm going to go. And then gets there And then he has to use one of his hoodies as a diaper. Listen, all I'm saying is there could be slime in the bathroom, and you best believe I'm grabbing a diaper bag on the way out. If
That's
she
it.
could grab a coat, she could have grabbed her diaper
Well, the
bag.
thing is, diaper bags, if you're a single mom and a single working mom, you got a diaper bag loaded.
You've got it loaded.
It's already ready to go.
Because I was telling Jennifer about this. Jennifer did not have kids that were little. She was welcomed into my grown kids that she didn't have to change the diapers of. But I was telling her, she's like, well, she was running away. And I was like, I do not care what's attacking you. If you have a naked baby.
If you have a baby in general, because you need things for the baby.
You need things. But even if they were like fully clothed, I could understand if you're like, let's go. And you run and you grab your coat because you need your coat. But this baby is naked. And it's New York. She had time to grab her coat. She had time to get a diaper bag. And then they're like, this one hoodie will be fine. No, that one hoodie will be fine for an hour. How many hoodies do you have, good sir?
No, because as he said, as he said, we're going to learn something called self-control.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
And then the baby stopped urinating.
Exactly. That's what happened.
This is not nearly like the Statue of Liberty walking around was more plausible than this situation. Okay. That bothered me. It stuck with me so much. It bothered me.
They eventually got him diapers.
Eventually, but I'm just saying you wouldn't do that. Like you wouldn't just run out and be like, "Oh, we're here. I'm naked."
It's New York too.
Hi.
You think there'd be like a 24-hour pagoda or something? You could grab at least something.
A pagoda?
Yeah.
She got her coat, people.
You don't know
She
what a
had
pagoda
time
is?
to
I don't
grab
know
a
what a
coat.
pagoda is.
It's like a convenience store.
Totally.
Okay. I'm like,
I didn't know what it was either.
So it's
I
like a
pick up.
corner shop.
you just
In the
totally
corner
went
shop.
with that.
You guys
just
talk
skipped over
about
it?
so much stuff I don't know that if I stopped you for everything, I'm like, I'm gonna pick up a couple sentences.
I've never heard of it. I lived in Japan. I've never heard of a pagoda.
Yeah, they're New York pagodas.
New York.
Yeah,
Stop. Yeah.
yeah, they're like little convenience stores, little
Yeah.
quick stops.
Okay.
With no gas stations. They're just,
No.
you know.
they're- Yeah.
Just mix all that in there.
I'm getting a lot of Fanta. I'm ready to get to the liquor. I know it's in there. I'm gonna find the rest of it. I
You
can
saw
see
me
it at the
put it in
bottom.
there.
Like, look, there it is. That's Midori. That bottom whole shelf right there is just Midori. It's waiting for me.
It's really good. The thing is, the blend of what I put in there blends well with the Fanta.
It
So
does.
this is kind of drink that would get you in trouble because you can't really
Yeah.
taste the liquor. You could just keep
It'll
drinking.
sneak
like
up
a
on you.
punch.
So, back to the slime monster eating the
Oh,
lady
yeah.
in the Oscar. I would have. Okay, I'm not a lady, and I've never given birth
You've
to a
dressed like
child.
a lady.
I have.
So I feel like you have an insight.
You have dressed me
I
as a
have
lady. and I
dressed
you
you
as
as a lady. I know
But
you've
nothing's
done it.
come out of your
Right,
lady part.
Right, I've not given birth.
Yeah.
And so,
Just a pretend
so I
lady.
don't have a connection to. But my thought would have been, all right, the slime monster is going to eat me and my child, so I will leave the room and shut the door.
And then grab all your stuff. And
Then give my stuff and leave because the door
Right.
gives me a barrier.
Right.
she
Or
grabbed her coat, Scott.
I would have.
Like she cared about her comfort, but not the baby. She was just like, "You're gonna have to just be in my coat. I'm not even getting your coat."
Proof that this movie was written by dudes.
Right?
Yes.
They're like, "No, you can
Yeah.
come naked." But why would I put my clothes on? Fine, the baby's naked too. You're both naked, but you're naked too. So bothers me. It bothers me fundamentally.
I
I'm
mean,
sorry.
it's true. It just.
And she wasn't peed on. That's the other thing. You know,
Oh, she would have been
as
peed
soon
on.
as she
Yeah.
walked out of that door and that cold hit that baby, she would have been peed on. So she would have been like, "I need pants."
You
as
realize
well.
that there's a likelihood that she would have been shat upon.
Oh, she would have been shat upon too. But we're just talking about pee because it's the most
Yeah, yeah,
obvious.
It's the
Yeah.
most
Yeah.
obvious. Oh,
But
definitely
babies
that would have
pee
definitely
and
happened.
poop and don't care.
Yeah.
Because they don't have to. She would have been urinated and oh,
It would have been nasty.
but no.
I'm a little uncomfortable with this conversation.
I know you are. That's how I felt watching it. I was also uncomfortable.
I have seen this movie lots of times. Again, dude.
You're welcome.
I never thought of that. Now I will never unsee that.
The next time you watch it, just the next time it happens to come up, we could be like 30 years from now, whenever you happen to see this again,
Right.
I expect a text message or a video call with your face or a virtual pigeon carrier, however
Something.
we're communicating in the
Virtual
future.
pigeon carrier.
However we're communicating in the future.
That's
Your
fantastic.
hologram to
Hold
show
on,
up like the
thought
Jetsons.
mail.
Yeah, like the Jetsons, like you to just pop
Right,
up and
right.
you put on a fake wig and pretend like I was all dolled up and be like, I see it. Right. Right. That's all you have to say. I'll be like, I know. It's a problem. I would like your thoughts, people. Reach out. Okay, I'm done. I'm done. That's all I have to say about this movie. Continue.
This I agree with Caleb. I like this film. I don't hold it as high esteem as he does. To me, it seems a lot phoned in.
Okay.
And it's almost like a rehash of the first one, except where they went more harder with special effects and less with the people.
Yeah, less plot.
Because the first Ghostbusters is basically the small business story. We have a small business idea. We're going to go. This one is just Ghostbusters, but it's similar. Instead of Gozer, it's a painting in the instead of
I mean, I think it's different enough that it still holds itself as being a different film. It's a sequel. I mean,
except it does, I don't think it. I think it goes bigger and better in the wrong places.
I like that it starts how it does, though, where it's like, what do they do next?
Right.
Yeah.
I also don't find it as. I don't think it's funny as the first one. It's got funny moments, but it's not.
It's a lot drier.
It is a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, children, y'all good? I'm going to be making faces at them, so I just need people to know that it's not me looking at it. You look all angry. Okay. Don't make me call
They're
you out
having a
again.
Sister moment, whatever
on the
that is.
podcast.
I've never had. I mean, I do have sisters, but
Well, they're all glaring at each other and whispering
I've never
loudly.
been raised around my. Maybe that's what they do. I don't know.
I had one sister, and she was little.
I was
brothers.
an only child.
Right? I was basically an only
Yeah,
child, and
so
Patrick
Get off
showed
your
up.
sister.
Ruined that.
Damn you, Patrick.
No, I love Patrick.
Does he listen to our podcast?
No, of course
well,
not.
he should.
He should.
I
but
feel like
doesn't.
he should.
It's been a little bit since I've heard about Patrick. How is he?
He's doing fine.
Good.
He's doing good. He's doing good.
Sorry for that segue.
This
It's about kids and babies.
I
so it
do.
still makes sense.
I want to talk about Egon's experiments, which are part of my favorite part of the movie. So Egon is working on.
They gotta understand it, Scotty. They gotta understand it.
Right. So Egon is working on how human emotions affects the environment, which turns out to be a big hook in the movie because that's how they figure out the slime.
Yes.
It's also just good writing. You set up the thing and then it works.
How are you guys going to have another if you don't drink it faster?
I just feel like I got called out a little bit. I had to get onto my kids. I had to go on a tangent about babies and then get onto my kids.
For having a sister moment.
Yeah. I like the.
Oh, we're just calling you out on stuff.
I like the part.
Again, this is the show, so
Yeah.
No, that's cool.
I like the part though when he's doing the experiments where he's like, "Now what do we do? Now let's see what happens if we take the puppy away."
right.
It's like, stop. Now
funny.
take the puppy away.
Right.
Like, and he waits till she's gone to say that part. That way.
Actually, so he's checking out emotions on their environment. The first couple we see is a couple who are having marriage problems,
Right.
and they think they're going to see a therapist.
They think.
They've kept him waiting for 3 hours, which I wouldn't have done. And he's raised the temperature up to 95 degrees.
Like the hours itself is enough.
Right.
Or even not having him wait that long but keep raising
Right.
the temperature
Right.
would have been enough.
Right.
But
Yeah.
he's like, let's do both.
Right. And then he's like, I just sent my assistant in to say it's going to be another half hour. And then they stay. I don't like.
I would have left.
They
a
stay
long
and
time
continue yelling at
Right.
each other.
It's like, to me, though, it seems like they really want to work on their marriage.
And he's like, I'm going to fuck with him anyway. It's fine.
if anything, that shows they're really committed to
Right.
each other.
It's like, like we're going to get to this, but we're going to yell it out first. And then we meet the little girl they show the puppy to. But between them is Dana talking about Peter. About like asking if Egon has seen Peter, and then Egon's asking how that made her feel, and he scans her quietly while he
And then he smiles. The timing of that is perfect
It's
because he
such a good
smiles
bit.
and turns as
It
she
is
turns.
it's probably my favorite bit in the whole thing. It's
I have
just-
to agree. That's a good spot.
that and the Titanic joke. When the Titanic shows up, it's
Yeah.
like it's the Titanic. Well, better late than never. And so it's a good joke.
I mean, at this point, they've already had the last Ghostbusters movie happen, so they're like, shit's gonna happen in
Right.
this
Yeah.
town. It's fine. It's normal for us.
I wonder if the mayor actually becomes governor. Because he's preparing for a governor's race, and that's why they put the Ghostbusters in the
The insane
asylum. In the,
yeah,
in the
because they didn't
psychiatric-
want any bad press.
any bad press. But
That's a
He
very
got
good
fired.
question.
the first movie has remember we talked about the music controversy with Ray Parker Jr.
Right,
and they use the song again. However, Ghostbusters 2 theme is done by Bobby Brown, who has a small cameo
There you
in
go.
the film.
Where at?
He is the mayor's door guy who asks if they had a proton pack for his little brother.
Oh.
So that is Mr. Whitney Houston himself, Bobby Brown.
Yep.
I have really bad things to say about Bobby Brown.
Okay.
Oh, I'm just saying, I'm not a fan.
Oh,
He's
well.
just, he killed Whitney Houston, in my opinion.
Probably.
Yeah.
They did love the drugs.
They did.
Yeah.
They love
Drugs, man.
Drugs, man. They
Drugs
love
are
them
bad.
It's terrible. Terrible.
Yeah.
Caleb, are you on a calculator?
No.
Like, are you rocking out to a graphic calculator right now?
What are you doing over there?
Taking notes, paying attention.
He's been on a calculator. this
Okay,
whole
he
time.
says that like if you got caught
I'm
like
preparing-
passing notes in
I
school.
was
What are you
listening.
doing?
The answer is B.
Right, and they're like, no, he's probably texting his other podcast friends.
No. I'm making.
Does it or does it not look like a graphing calculator? Pick it up. Hold it straight up. And then be on it like you were a second ago.
It really does.
It looks like a graphing
What kind of
calculator.
phone do you
like
have?
he's
That's
making
my notes.
boobies upside down.
That's my notes page on my
I mean, I
Android.
believe that you were taking notes. It's just every time I
I like
looked
how
over,
he's
I was like, "That's a
Like-
graphing calculator." He's just so smart that he's playing on a graphing calculator right now. Is what I thought was happening. He's like taking notes. He is. He's doing his job, guys.
Yeah.
Well done. Sorry, I wasn't calling you out. I was just very curious. The last podcast we did, I was watching. I was like, he's on a graphing calculator right now.
Is it me? This movie gives Winston less to do than the first one.
He
Yeah.
barely shows up.
It's like it's crazy.
I'm glad they gave more though to Rick Moranis a little bit.
I love Rick Moranis.
I like Rick Moranis in this one too. I love him in the court scene because I like when he's when he's asking about the restraining order. Is that blue thing that lady gave me? And I thought that was cute. And I also like how Bill Murray was leading the witness himself in the court scene. That was funny. The Scolari brothers they're okay. I like that. I think that's my favorite ghost busting scene, which is kind of like the only one really.
They missed a lot. It was kind of nice because you could tell they were rusty.
Right.
Yeah.
Like
Right.
we were watching it, it's like they're over there,
Right.
And the thing was going the wrong way.
Yeah,
Like,
'cause
well,
it's-
they gotta get practice.
Yeah, because it's supposed to be like 5 years. Because
It
it's
is
supposed to be
5
real
years.
time.
and it is
It is
5 years
between
we
movies.
looked it up.
Yeah, between
It was
movies.
Yeah,
actually
it's supposed to be
5
real
years.
time. Yeah.
Right.
That was something we looked up where it's like 5 years later. Jennifer said it. She was like, "Was it 5 years?"
Absolutely.
Yeah,
it was.
5 years.
5 years.
84 to
89.
Jinx, you owe me a soda.
I got your soda.
She's got it. Don't worry about it.
By the way, pineapple soda contains absolutely no juice.
But lots of sugar.
Yeah.
100% natural flavors though, but no juice.
Figure
So,
that one out.
I don't know what that means.
Would you ready for some apocrypha? Unless you got other things you want to add about this film.
No, mine's all about the bathroom scene.
I think Vigo's actually a really good villain.
I like Vigo.
I do like Vigo.
I do like Vigo. Max von Sydow did the voice.
Yep.
Which I didn't know until recently.
know he did
yeah,
either.
yeah, he did the
Who's
voice.
that?
Mhm.
He's a priest in The Exorcist. He's in The Seventh Seal.
He's the older priest.
Yeah.
Because in The Exorcist, you need an older
he's-
priest and
he's
a
the
younger
young-
priest.
The
He's
one
the
that
old
died,
guy
the
that
Padawan?
he's the old guy that gets cut down in Force Awakens. And
Yeah, he gets cut down in
Yeah,
Force
that
Awakens.
doesn't help me. We haven't made it that far.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. No,
We
but
didn't- we didn't make it that
he's
far.
not. He's not.
Is he the original Three-Eyed Raven or the second version of Three-Eyed Raven for Game of Thrones?
I don't think she's seen
Well, I
that
haven't
either.
seen Game of Thrones.
Oh, have you not?
Of course
No.
not.
He was
I
in.
heard that they butcher everybody in like one wedding.
He was in
and somebody
the.
pregnant.
He
I
was
just
in the
couldn't do it.
'84 Dune.
Oh yeah, I haven't seen that.
Yeah.
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 He's been in a
He's
lot
in
of good-
Dreamscape where we get Dennis Quaid.
We're
Yeah.
learning about this life in my new job, where something will come up and I'm like, I don't know that. And
Drew knew.
Drew knows.
Drew knows.
But Morgan and Skoda are like, what about this? And I was like, oh, I haven't seen that. I was like, welcome to my podcast.
My favorite one of those though is like, oh, Jaws. I've not seen it, but I had a clip of it in film school.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah.
That's my favorite one of those of hers.
3 years of film school, people.
That's hilarious.
I have seen things based off the things I had to watch for film school.
But
not-
you never watched the full thing. You
Well,
just
because I
watched
had to watch a
clips?
clip. It was like posted within the coursework of like, watch this and let's discuss. So I didn't have the movie, so I watched it and then discussed what I saw.
Oh, I guess I didn't have streaming back then.
Mm-mm. I was 2009. January 2009 is when I started. So if there was, I wasn't doing it. This is also when we bought a house right at right before the market crashed in 08 or 07. We bought a house in Daphne, like right there. So our mortgage was like one whole paycheck went to our mortgage. And then we just lived very simply. And then the other paycheck had to pay our utilities. And so
food had to happen at some point.
But it was like very basic stuff. That's probably the hardest time I've ever lived in general, because it was like we made a list and then we mapped out how much it would cost, and we could not spend over a certain amount and had to put things back.
Right.
So I didn't really pay extra for stuff, so I watched the clip. And
I don't blame you.
Yeah.
I'm having streaming service drama at the moment.
Why? Why is that? Tell us about your drama.
We got notified. We use YouTube TV.
Right.
And it's been great. I love it. I mean, love YouTube TV. However, they sent my husband, because it's signed in under him, they sent him a notification.
Oh, I think I know it.
That
I heard about it.
Yeah, so they are no longer, they've lost their contract with Disney. They're no longer dealing with Disney, which means that any channel affiliated with Disney, like ABC and whatever else. ESPN, that's the big one.
That's the big one, yeah.
Because let me tell you, is they're no longer going to have on the thing. And so, my thought was, no big deal, the Disney Channel, like, whatever. Jamie has lost his shit because of ESPN.
Yeah, ESPN alone.
Because he gets a lot of...
Isn't that attached to Hulu?
No, you have to get ESPN Plus, I think, is what it is.
So...
Oh, I thought it was under Hulu.
What he doesn't understand is I have ESPN Plus because... it came with my Hulu.
Yeah,
so with my Hulu, I have the Disney Channel and ESPN Plus.
Because Disney,
and I'm trying to explain this to him.
Yeah, because Disney's been pretty smart with how they bundle their stuff. They've been bundling ESPN Plus, Disney Plus, and Hulu together.
So,
hey, Caleb, you lost your camera.
Yeah, I noticed.
Okay.
So before I could even explain to him, it's no big deal, we got this, he has suspended, not canceled, but suspended YouTube TV, and now we've got some sort of streaming service, Fubo or some crap.
I know what you're talking about.
He's like, I'm over it, bye.
Which Fubo used to be a soccer service.
Yeah.
And now, but they do streaming, and I'm sitting here going, oh my God. So now I have to explain to him, and our problem is our schedules. I don't have a lot of time with him right now because he's on nights. And so we need to have a discussion at home about, you need not lose your shit. I got this covered.
It's fine.
Jamie is coming. The conversation's coming.
Yeah. Because I have ESPN Plus. I also have the Peacock, which all the other soccer comes on. God forbid he misses a game, soccer game. So, this is how my life is right now. So, my YouTube is suspended, and I'm forced to deal with this weird streaming service I'm not familiar with. And so, I've just been watching, Paramount and Max and everything else that is not normal. That's
Get it together, man. Get it together.
I've got one more highlight of somebody I like in the film before we jump to the
absolutely. Go ahead.
I like Peter McNichol a lot.
Peter McNichol's great in it. Janosch.
Yes.
He's so good. I've got there's a bunch of Janosch in the trivia. So
okay.
Peter McNichol. Where do I know him from?
Who's in Ally McBeal?
He does a lot of comedy.
Oh, I do know him. Okay, I had to think for a minute. Yeah, got it.
He was on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. also.
Yeah, he's on lots of stuff. He was on Rebels as a voice.
One of my main female celebrity crushes is on Ally McBeal.
Who is that?
Please tell me you don't have to ask me. Come on now. Who's really badass on that show?
Oh, Ally McBeal. I can tell you two people on Ally McBeal.
I
no.
can't tell you anybody on Ally McBeal. Ally? Is it Ally?
Yeah, it's Ally.
Callista Flockhart and Peter McNichol. That's who I got.
All my knowledge of Ally McBeal comes from Futurama.
Oh, and the baby. Remember they did the 2000s.
It was Lucy Liu.
Oh, Lucy. Oh, I didn't realize she was
Lucy
on.
Liu.
Love Lucy.
I
Liu.
love Lucy Liu too. She's good in Kill Bill.
She's great, and she's kind of a badass on Ally McBeal, so it's great.
Yeah, Peter McNichol's great. I like when he's going down the hallway. He's got the flashlight eyes. The effects in this film are great.
Yeah,
I just think there's too much, and there's There's a reason for that too. But so in Apocrypha, ready?
Yeah.
In the first draft of the script, Akroyd wanted to contrast the first film's climax atop a skyscraper by making it a subterranean threat. This draft followed Dana Barett, who is kidnapped and taken to Scotland, where she discovers a fairy ring and an underground civilization. The Ghostbusters would have to travel through an underground pneumatic tube over 2,000 miles long that would have taken 3 days to traverse. Akroyd eventually decided that the remaining in New York setting would allow for continuity and would fit better in the story he wanted to tell, while still allowing them to explore undergrounds. In his first draft, that really went far too out and too inaccessible. I want to see them bust fairies. I'm all in that.
I'm like, fairy ring sounds awesome.
I'm all for that movie.
You realize there's like the Seelie and the Unseelie fairies, so you don't want to be busting on the Seelie fairies because they're really good, and the Unseelie fairies are the evil fairies.
I'm
so you
pretty
have to
sure
be
they
careful.
would cover that.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. Well, what if they didn't? What if they just said fairies are all bad and they didn't know that there are two
fairies are bad.
kingdoms of fairies? I'm just saying. Get your fairy lore straight.
Well, different universes, different lore.
I don't want to hear your excuses, Caleb. Okay. As you play on your graphing calculator.
Several pieces of the material from the trailer did not appear in the film. Egon uses a PKE meter to read a piece of floating crystal. When someone says the Titanic just arrived, Venkman replies, "Better late than never," but that line with somebody else. Raymond Stantz tells the mayor that if they don't do anything about the situation, the mayor will go down in history as the man who let New York sink into the 10th level of hell. In the final version, the mayor says it in a meeting with his advisor. They pick on him in the real version for the slime stuff. Slime Central. A scene was filmed but cut in which Lewis uses chicken drumsticks to bait Slimer so he can put Slimer in a ghost trap, which fails.
I also can be baited with chicken drumsticks.
There's a whole subplot.
That'd be a good way for us to eat chicken bones.
Yeah.
This was a subplot. There's a whole subplot that got cut about with Lewis trying to be a Ghostbuster and trying to bust Slimer through the whole film. But there's some elements that remain, like when he finally stresses up in the Spengler suit to go and gets on the bus, and that's Slimer on the bus. It's like they make peace with each other.
Because he needs him to take him to the thing.
Right, which would have been more funnier if he was trying to bust him throughout the whole movie.
Yeah.
Fun fact.
All right.
The kid who tells Ray that according to his dad, the Ghostbusters are full of crap is played by Jason Reitman, son of Ivan Reitman, who went on to direct Juno, Up in the Air, and the most recently, Ghostbusters Afterlife.
Oh, fun.
Yeah. Raymond's daughter, Catherine, plays the little girl with the puppy in Egon's Lab, which we talked about.
Yep.
So, if I had kids, I'd put them in movies too.
I would
For
too.
sure.
The New York
Cheap labor.
The New York police officer that this is actually trivia. Don't know why my stuff got me. Oh, trivia didn't. Oh, I didn't label trivia. That's why. We'll just start that way.
We're in trivia now.
Yeah.
Welcome to
We're
trivia.
now in trivia.
The New York police officer that receives the report of the Titanic's arrival says the call is coming from Pier 34. In real life, that was the ship's original destination.
Right.
The Carpathia showed up in 36, and there's a placard now where for the survivors.
Oh, I didn't know that.
36. And so
That's a sad story, the Titanic.
yes.
It's a sad story.
Yep.
This is why I don't do things when they first come out. I wait for everybody else to do it. They can weed out the problems.
Ah, I got you.
I also can't afford it. That would have been a very expensive trip.
Yeah.
That's true.
The Titanic.
When the scene where Peter and Dana find Oscar in bed awake at Peter's flat, hold on, let me talk about. So Peter's flat, I want that flat. That's how I want my
His
house.
flat is badass.
Right.
It
I
is.
like the glass door and the old. I want that flat. I was like, I could live here. The rent's got to be crazy, but I could live on that set.
How much do you
It
think
would
it would
be
have
nice.
costed at that time in '89?
About $1,500, $2,000 a month.
Think about this for a minute. So flats in New York, real estate in New York anyway is really, really high. You know, Jamie and I have been wanting to get a flat downtown here in Mobile. Cost of living in Mobile, in the grand scheme of things, is not bad. However, checking prices for like a flat downtown Mobile, you're looking at about $2,000 a month.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
Like, it is crazy.
That's crazy.
And I'm like, well, I guess we won't be doing that.
In fairness,
can you imagine?
It's not super crazy to me right now because we've been fighting that housing market, and our mortgage with the house that we had to get is going to be about $1,500-1,600 a month.
That's crazy to me.
But that's still cheaper than renting.
Do you know how much our market? Because you've been our
Oh,
house.
no. I don't want to. I don't want to play this game.
Okay.
Because I know that my quick little venting session, I know that my ex-husband that refused to give up the house because he had to have it because it's a children's home and doesn't use half the bedrooms. Mind you, it's a 4-bedroom. He doesn't use half the bedrooms. They're empty. Nothing's being used with them. Is $800, maybe $900 after the refinance a month for a house he doesn't use and doesn't take care of. And then I had to go rent a smaller house for 6 people that was $1,350.
Jesus.
And that was the cheapest I could find, and it was outside of city limits. So then the rent was going to go up, and so of course, like it's been a month, but the cheapest I could find to rent if I didn't buy a house right now is $1,700 a month for a 2-bedroom house.
Jesus.
For a 2-bedroom house smaller than the house I'm in.
That's ridiculous. Yeah,
that's $1,700 a month. So that's
I'm not
the
gonna tell you how
only
much
reason
my mortgage is
we
then.
rationalized buying a house that costs more is because it's still cheaper than I would pay to live in a rental.
But you got your house in what?
So I'm just
2000
saying,
what?
like 2,000's not bad.
Jamie was in it before we got married, so
He's had it since when?
Y'all need to like either hold on to that or sell it for a shiny penny.
2003, 2004.
Yeah, you're not playing a lot.
No, that's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
That's why we
6 or 7.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was going to be like 5.
No, we refinanced one. Well, like a few years ago, I
You
think we
could
had to take out
probably
another mortgage.
refinance right
Brothers,
now
like-
and get it even lower.
We could,
'Cause the
but I
market's
don't
so
want to.
high.
I don't want to really refinance. My goal was to I really wanted to pay it off or get it close to paying off, sell the bitch, and move downtown. But now looking at the prices of everything downtown, I'm like, it's just now we're at the level of we're just going to fix up the house the way we want it and just stay here because it's stupid. I mean, I've always wanted to live in a flat, always like a little, downtown flat and ride my bike downtown and have exposed brick and no yard. And I mean, that's my dream and it'll never happen.
No.
I'm just saying you could sell your house right now.
Sell it down the road.
Yeah.
You can't do it now, but
right now
give it
the
5
housing
years.
market is just so
Give it 5
crazy.
years.
And I'm like,
It's so crazy though that you could probably sell it without fixing it up and still have enough money from it that you guys could go downtown and be comfortable. That's a nightmare we're dealing with.
yeah, because housing market is crazy. You're right. I could probably sell
It's
it.
crazy.
but
It's positive on one end and then it's negative on
But
the
see,
other.
and there's another catch because the way everything is, there's not hardly anything to get. Everything is nothing's available.
Yeah.
No,
It's a
every house we find is gone in a week.
That's what I'm
It's a
saying.
seller's market where they're able to get people to buy them quick.
And it's everywhere. It's not just here. It's all over the place.
Which is crazy to me because, it's like, how are all these people affording to buy houses?
They're not.
right now?
That's
they're
the
not.
thing is,
They're
like-
getting into huge debt in order to do it, but they're
like
doing
we're
it.
even way lower than our limit, and it's still going to go up. Based on what we were paying per month, it's still going up to own a house instead of going down like we wanted.
Yeah.
But if it didn't go up this much, it would have gone up more. So no matter what, we had to pay more than this to live in general. And my dad even was like, why don't you just find somewhere cheaper that you can afford for now, like Silver Hill, Robertson, which is smaller towns around us. They're just as expensive. He's
Yeah.
like, never mind.
Yep.
Do you know what's crazy?
I know.
It talking about the 80s. In 89, we were talking, let's say 89. I remember thinking if I won $1 million in 89, in my mind, I would be set for life because that's so much I could pay a house and a car and all of this stuff and have money left over to put in the bank and make interest. If I won $1 million today, I'd be able to pay off my house, pay off my car and my bills, and then have a tiny bit of money to put back. And like if I wanted to buy a new house or whatever, or downtown flat, but I would still have to work. I would still have to, it's not like
maddening.
it's so different. $1 million today versus $1 million in 89. But yeah, that apartment,
Hey, just $1 million in 1989 is equivalent to the purchasing power of about $2.2 million today.
Like, that's why there are so many millennials living at home.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, as a grown-ass woman who has purchased 2 houses,
Yeah.
I had a moment of, we could go live with my dad. With my 3 children and my family, we could go live with my dad because there was genuinely nowhere else. Like, they're selling the rental we're in. We were struggling to find a house, and now it's...
Unless you want to live in the ghetto.
Well, I mean...
Like, who wants that?
But it's
Even in the
still...
ghettos,
Even
it's
the
even
ghetto.
then, yeah.
I have seen
That's
houses
crazy.
that are still $200,000 for our area. I understand that this may be in areas that it's different, but for a house that's super run down and needs lots of work,
Yeah.
it's still over $100,000 more than it should be.
Oh, yeah.
So, like, it really did hit that point where it's like, we may have to live with dad. And I mean, if you think, like, we close on the 12th of January, we're moving on the 13th. I have to be out of our house by the 14th. Like, that happened right on schedule. But it's like, I had to shorten the trip. It's a whole thing.
I believe it.
I'm going to drink this
I
drink
believe
now.
it. Drink that drink. I bet you that apartment's sweet, though.
I will tell you the sad thing about it, the scary thing about it. We've had this before in 2008.
That was rough.
When we had the bubble and financial market nearly closed. You don't understand, and no one gets this, how close to Mad Max we became.
Yep. Yes.
Like everything. I mean, and I'm not the conspiracy guy thing. I'm just looking at the straight numbers. But when the collapse of the financial market based on housing. I mean, housing was the one that did it. Was doing it, and
We were right in the middle of that.
like
then, too.
we almost there. It's like almost Mad Max. We would have been
It's
doing this
bad.
in a cave.
And a lot of people don't realize how bad it is right now. I mean, where I work, I watch the stock market every day. I mean, that's the field I work in. And it's kind of scary watching how things are. I don't
It's
know.
not
man.
good.
I'm just, I don't know. They say things will rotate back around.
It will.
We'll see how it goes.
It will. It's just going to take
Right
a minute.
now,
It's
it's
got to
just like,
crash first.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's it.
The problem in 2008 is that the government bailed out the banks. The banks did not. Their job was to loan the money out.
Yeah.
They did not do that. They paid themselves bonuses. No one went to jail except one dude.
The thing is
They didn't learn their lesson.
Of course not.
the government at the moment doesn't have any money though. They're printing money that they don't have anything to back it with.
Well, that's just.
Haven't we always been doing that?
Yeah, the
That's-
money's not backed on anything except
No,
just what
right.
we say it is.
Right, but now it's like it's worse. Like right now, it's really bad right now.
Yeah, right. That's why we have
Yeah.
inflation right now.
Right.
Anyway, off of that sad subject.
So sorry.
uh,
That flat was cool, though.
All we're saying is we would never be able to afford that shit.
right.
That flat.
So in the cool flat that Peter has, Peter and Dana find Oscar awake in bed. Peter and Dana are about to go to dinner, leaving Oscar with a babysitter. Peter says he has some Laura Antonelli tapes if you want to watch them. Do you know who Laura Antonelli was?
No.
She was an Italian actress who made erotic films in the 1970s.
Oh.
I know Emmanuel.
Oh, real quick. You were asking the rent what Peter paid for that apartment. It's Peter Venkman. He's slimy enough. He found him a rent-controlled apartment.
What does that mean?
In New York, to stop rent from going high, they have some where they call rent control. So like people like who've lived in a like you were living in. Let's say you were living in your rental house for years.
Mm-hmm. They can't raise it on me.
Right, they
as long as
can't.
say that.
Right, it stays out there. And some rent controls are like $200 a month in New York.
For sure.
Damn.
Right, and so if you find someone who's got that apartment and they just die or whatever, and you kind of get yourself in there, you can keep that
No,
situation.
you're grandfathered in.
Right, you're grandfathered in. And
Right.
So I'm pretty sure Peter Venkman has got him.
Yeah.
That's his
Yeah.
situation because he's slimy enough.
Well, also
He's also well-known.
He's also making a little bit of money because he's got his show.
He's got, he's not making a lot
Where he
of
talks
money.
to
No.
psychics
Yeah.
who say the world is ending, and they know this because of that Holiday Inn bar
There you go.
where they met with that guy that did something, and they ended up in their bedroom, and they knew that the world was going to end. All I'm saying is that bit would have been so much funnier if she was obviously pregnant.
Right.
I couldn't help but think about that because she said it's definitely this day, because the other guy was like, it's going to be New Year's, and he was like, you didn't want to give yourself some time to get some kickback or whatever, and then he cuts to this woman that's pregnant, and it's like, it's going to be this day. 7 months ago, I was in a Holiday Inn bar. Like, if it was done that way, it would have been golden. That joke would have been so funny.
Do you remember the dates that they thought?
Wasn't it like 2016 or something?
One was
It was
2016.
2016, yeah. And the other one was
what day?
set up for...
Well, what was the day on 2016?
I don't remember. I just remember the year.
February 14th.
Oh, yeah.
Valentine's Day.
Day.
Because of the Valentine's Day joke.
There was a big thing like in 16 when on that day. But I think that's the last time I watched it actually before this.
But wouldn't it have been better? Because it was all about an affair,
Right.
and she was also like,
Yeah.
it's going to end that day, and it happens to be 9 months from when it happens,
Right.
Yeah.
and she's pregnant.
I think it's funny that no one talks about it the rest of the movie, though. But the first guy's right.
Yeah, the first guy's
The first
right.
guy's actually psychic.
Yeah.
Because he's like, I keep seeing the world's going to end on New Year's Eve, and then the Ghostbusters
Yeah.
stop.
I thought about it the whole
right,
time.
the Ghostbusters stop it. So
My girl was like, no, it happened. It was a Holiday Inn bar.
So several factors contributed to the 5-year gap between the original and the sequel. Bill Murray was on an extended sabbatical from acting, and
Oh, I
was-
didn't know that.
Yeah, and was angered by new Columbia head David Putnam, calling him an actor who makes millions off movies but gives nothing back to his art. At a British American Chamber of Commerce luncheon.
Oh, wow.
Putnam also resented the blockbuster films like the original that his studio was hit big in the 80s. When Putnam was fired in the fall of 87, his replacement, Don Steele, made a Ghostbusters 2 sequel a priority. Michael Orvitz, who represents Bill Murray, Harold Ramis, and Ivan Reitman at Creative Arts Agency, arranged a meeting in the early 88 to smooth out tensions and reservations that the four members had in the ensuing years of the original success. So that's and then the movie only happened after the 1988 writer's strike.
All right.
The pneumatic subway line. I love the word pneumatic.
Numismatic
I thought
is
you
what I
said
did.
pneumatics.
Pneumatic.
I didn't know it was one word. I thought it was two.
Pneumatic. Do you know what it is?
No.
Do you know what pneumatic is?
I know what numismatic is.
What is numismatic?
That is the.
Sounds like something coin related.
It is the study of coins.
Ah,
and everything.
pneumatic. Do you know what it is?
It's... I had the term and then I just...
All right, so
on it. It's
Or
remember
the collecting of coins.
Remember when you were a kid and you rode in the car to the bank with your parents, and they didn't go to
suckers?
no,
Oh, yeah,
they,
the
they,
little- it's
they,
the-
they didn't get to go to the window. That used the other line where they put the
tube.
the tube.
Tube,
That's a
yeah.
pneumatic tube.
Yeah,
It's an air
that's it,
vent that
Oh,
pushes
interesting.
pushes the air through and pushes the
Yeah.
tube. So pneumatic tubes.
Okay.
I wrote a comic about pneumatic tubes that I never got to publish.
Oh.
The pneumatic subway line that Ray finds in the and they lower him below the street is based on a real pneumatic line built in 1870 by Alfred Beach. It opened using compressed air and was built as a demonstration of a pneumatic transit system. The 1 block long tunnel was built prior to any other subway in the area and without any city approval. So they just built this thing. No one knew.
He's like, I'm digging this hole.
Yep. The single station had frescoes and easy chairs, statues, and a goldfish pond. The line was shut down in 1873.
Did you say fresca?
Fresco,
I'm just kidding.
not fresca. The line was shut down in 1873 due to a lack of official and financial support. The tunnel entrance was sealed and the station was reclaimed for other uses. In 1912, when digging for the modern subway system, workers found the original tunnel still in good condition.
Oh, wow.
And the remains of a passenger car. The tunnel was removed to make way for the contemporary subway line, and the car disappeared.
Oh, some rich person stole that shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
or they just salvaged it,
Yeah.
scrapped it.
That's kind of sad, though, that they should, I don't know. That's pretty cool that
Around the time they found it, they may not have historically wanted to keep it, but now us, it would be nice if we still had it. But at the time, it's
Yeah.
like, well, we can scrap that and use it to help build this other stuff or whatever the case may be.
yeah.
It's
All
still
right.
sad.
Some Peter McNichol stuff.
All right.
Yeah.
In an interview in Starlog 148 published in November of 89, revealed that the first script, Peter McNichol revealed that in his first script he saw, the character Janos was a rather lackluster villain named Jason. McNichol suggested making the art restorer coming from Carpathia, which is why he's an expert on the painting of Vigo. During filming, McNichol spent a lot of time in his trailer creating Janos, origin and accent, as well as a mythology for Carpathia. He came up with his own version of the Carpathian flag, which featured a snake stepping on a man. So Janos is Peter McNichol created him.
That's
Fun.
awesome.
He's like,
That's great.
yeah. So everything in there is just like
He's like, I
want
got this.
I want to do it this way.
Is he related to Christy McNichol?
I don't know. Look it up.
I got a producer.
You got to
Yeah.
put down your graphic calculator for that.
Well, or I could use my phone still. And
Use the graphic calculator. Peter McNichol claims that he got the accent of Janos from Meryl Streep in Sophie's Choice,
Okay.
That's hilarious.
which he was in. It wasn't. Oh, as I mentioned, it wasn't a part written for the character, but he won the audition that way. So, the large Vigo painting is actually a photograph and hangs in the office of at Industrial Light and Magic, where they created it.
Oh, great.
That would be weird to have that like watching you everywhere you walked. It's one of those things that looks like it watches you everywhere
Yeah.
you go. Try because it was watching them, but still.
So, who's Oscar's dad?
Okay, first of all,
I know because I was.
Well, if you know, then you can't. You hold
Yeah,
on. I'll
I
let you
can't.
answer if the ladies can't figure it
Yeah.
out.
why doesn't he show up? You know what? I think Oscar's dad is what's his face, Peter. I think that is Oscar's dad, and she didn't tell him. But I think
Oh,
that
that's good. That's
the husband that she divorced, this baby is still young enough.
yeah.
With everything going on, she never thought to call the dad of the baby and be like, hey, by the way, we almost got eaten by slime. Baby's okay. I have 2 ex-husbands. All I'm saying is I call them when things happen.
I don't call my ex-husband.
Well, it's not the house of my children that they're affiliated with. Like, if something were to happen to Mickey, I would call her dad.
Affiliated with.
Like, if something happened to Callie, I'm not going to call Chris and be like, hey, by the way. You're like, that's not my kid. I know, but I need you to know about it. Like, but, I mean, if the kids are sick or not feeling
Yeah.
well and they stay home from school,
I mean,
tell
I feel
Josh
you,
so that
'cause
he knows. If Josh
My
doesn't, he
kids
doesn't
were
know.
still home. When my kids were still, young and in the house, I was forced to communicate
Yes,
with my ex.
exactly. Like,
So there was that.
and this kid is a baby. And she never, referred outside of just we're divorced. I think Peter's the dad.
You
I think
think
that's
the
why.
Peter's dad? So the child is how old?
6 months.
6 months. And so gestated for 9 months. So we're talking about a 15-month period that he would have. Now, when did they break up, though?
We don't know.
That's what I'm saying.
Doesn't say,
So
yeah.
15 months.
We know it's been 5 years since we last saw
Yeah.
her, and in that time,
Right.
her and Peter dated.
They
Yeah.
were together,
They
but
were.
he wouldn't get
But
married.
think about this. What would
old
have
ball
been
and chain.
15 months. So that means that she would have had to have dated and married somebody while she was pregnant with Peter's baby.
So you still think it's Peter's baby?
I don't know.
No, I think that she got divorced, had a fling with Peter right around the time where her marriage was rocky, okay? Like they were getting divorced because she didn't say how long it's been. Did she ever mention how long it's been since
No.
she saw
She said
Peter?
a while. She says
Yeah.
a
So
while.
it's been a while. So I think she hooked up with Peter because it's you go to your
Yeah.
ex, right? And then was still maybe we'll make it work, maybe we won't, and then it's like no, we can't, and then found out she was pregnant. That's what I think.
Who's the baby?
Who's the dad?
Do you want to tell him, Caleb?
It's
Is it Peter?
Venkman. Yep.
Yeah, it's Peter.
They confirmed it because it was gonna be a plot point in Ghostbusters 3 at some point.
It is not Peter.
What?
It is
Damn
not
it.
Peter.
Celebrated.
No,
Already
it was gonna
celebrated.
be though.
In the DVD commentary, because it doesn't say in the movie, in the DVD commentary for the first film, when Peter meets Dana outside Carnegie Hall and Peter refers to her fellow musician as a stiff, Ivan Reitman suggests that he's Oscar's father.
So it's an Oscar person or an orchestra person.
Yeah, they are the other orchestra
Yeah.
person outside the fountain.
Oh, wow.
But back to Justina's
Peter's.
back to Justina's favorite scene in the movie.
Penny, go shut the door. Y'all have to be quiet out there. We can still hear it in here. Thank you.
Thank you.
I wish that went over in front
I
of
thought
camera.
she was
I
going to
really wish we need a camera. We need
Sorry
2
for
cameras
Pelt.
now.
They don't get a camera before I get a camera. Damn it! I get a
You
camera
need a camera
first.
first. We need a camera
Just on
for
the
you,
audience?
and then a camera on the couch for
Yeah.
in case when we have audience members. Because this is
I
gonna be
agree.
great.
Scotty, we need 2 cameras.
I'll work on it.
Thank
I'll
you.
get there.
Mine first, though. Scotty, if you get a camera and you put it on the couch first, I'm gonna be upset.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
All right. So your favorite scene
Yeah, we're talking about the bathroom,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Oh, God damn it.
when Dana and baby Oscar are attacked by the pink slide in the bathtub. Dana removing her shirt wasn't in the screenplay. No one knows if Sigourney Weaver or was her idea or Ivan Reitman's.
She just
So
took
she
her
was just
shirt off.
like, last time you got me so wet. Just take this off.
She just wanted to be sexy.
Man, she was too. I'm not something about that mom energy.
Something about that bra that comes to like a point. Like those lacy bras that are like, she turns and I'm like, I remember those bras. Pink. It was all the rage.
All right, bar tab. Domestic for this was 112 million. Its opening was 29 million.
Well done.
It opened the weekend of July 16th, 1989.
Did you get it?
All right.
So before you were born.
Yeah, I was born in July.
July.
No, July 15th.
No.
89.
July
Oh.
16th, 1989
Yeah, I
was
was born
the
on the 15th.
summer between my junior and senior
So
year
June
in high
16th.
school.
This is June 16th.
So
June.
I was born
So,
on.
So
still
it's-
summer
yeah, it's still
between my
summer.
junior and senior year in high
So
school.
essentially, my mom couldn't see this movie
As a matter of
because
fact,
I came out of her hoo-ha.
do you know where I was when this movie came out?
You were probably drinking. in
Frankfurt,
a bar.
Germany. Yes, I
Yeah,
was
she was
drinking in a
drinking.
bar
Yep.
in Frankfurt, Germany.
That sounds like fun. I was coming out of vagina.
I was in Frankfurt, Germany, drinking legally.
Hello.
Legally
July,
in
right?
Germany.
Yeah.
July 15th.
You were a month away from it.
I thought you said July 16th.
June
Yeah,
16th.
he went back.
I'm sorry, I misheard that.
June.
I was preparing to come
Yeah.
out
Yeah.
of a vagina.
Yeah, you're working on that.
I was-
You're working on that.
I
plan.
was-
I was
You're working
going
on that.
out
I
with
misheard.
Florian number 1 and Florian number 2, and there
I don't know
was
what
a
that means.
Tomas, and there.
I was negative something, and I'm not going to say.
There you go.
But you guys, if you saw the previous episode, saw his gift, feel free to figure out what year it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I believe I'm the only one out of us who saw this on opening weekend at the box office.
I
I
was
saw-
in
don't know.
Germany.
I might have saw it through a uterus.
I saw it, and I don't think that's how that works.
Mind your business.
I probably saw it when I got back from Europe, like
I-
on a VHS.
Or on a plane back.
No, I don't remember. What
Did they have
maybe-
that then?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They did, but I, I don't pay attention. I didn't pay attention a lot to that.
I saw it in Atmore. I remember seeing it in Atmore,
Nice.
and I think me and my friend Kirk Stewart saw it together. He spent the night with me. So, yeah.
Okay.
Ghostbusters 2.
Nice.
Where did it land in the weekend?
Number one.
I'm going to say...
Number 2.
That's what I was going to say, so I
I
guess...
took it faster, huh?
Number 3.
Number 1 is correct.
Yeah.
All right, let's play Scotty's favorite game
Oh, God.
that everyone else hates.
Okay, let's do it.
Can we name the other other 4 films that were top 5 films? And
Sadly,
that
we've
we
done
get-
this year before.
Yeah. We've done it this season.
I know.
Warlock.
No,
that did win.
Warlock was nowhere near.
I'm just going off the film I know was in 89. Dang it.
No.
Okay.
Top Gun.
Okay, good.
no.
Little Mermaid.
Shall we do hints?
Yes,
Yes.
please.
Animated or not?
Again.
And none of these are animated.
Okay.
Okay.
So
This should be really
number
easy.
5, I don't think you'll get even with hints.
Whew. Okay.
Do it.
I
It
feel
is
challenged.
a Richard Pryor.
I don't know who that is.
Okay.
I do.
I do.
It's not about you, Caleb.
Stir crazy.
It's a Richard Pryor film with what's his name? He's in
Gene Hackman.
Gene Hackman.
Stir crazy.
Not Gene Hackman, but Gene Wilder.
Pause,
crazy.
pause. Kelly!
Was it not Stir Crazy?
Calliope! Hush your face!
We're gonna have to edit that out.
No, I think
so
I
sorry.
think
I said pause a lot.
I think I'm leaving that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because here's the thing, I don't think we can hear them.
Can we not?
I'm not sure.
Buzz, you hear Cal or Mickey out there? Mommy said hush your face.
That is hilarious. Got something about a chicken.
See no evil, hear no evil.
See no evil, hear no evil.
Which I love that
Really?
film.
yeah,
I've never didn't they do Stir Crazy?
they did. Stir Crazy was earlier.
Okay, I didn't know.
I told her to hush her face. When you guys run up and down the aisle, we can hear you.
Stay that way.
Yeah, all right, okay. Okay, bye. Love you. Love you, bye.
Yeah, I'm leaving all of this in.
Yeah.
Podcasting with 3 kids.
The other mom had to go stay that way.
It's funny.
Meanwhile, the middle
It's-
ones
hold
are
on, hold-
happily eating chips.
Hold on, real quick. There's a whole arcade over there. They just want to run down the hall.
Well, they've been, in fairness, they've been playing in the arcade for like over an
No,
hour
but-
or
Yeah.
two, and
but-
now they're like, we're running.
I just want to say on camera that Penny is now my favorite child.
She
like she
smiled.
looks
Look at that smirk,
non-caring, but
too.
smiled.
That's
She was
exactly
like,
why I like her, because she doesn't care.
she doesn't.
But she's also
Me, Josh.
yeah.
Hey, Sweet Pea, I love you.
I also love you.
Yeah. She's just happy with her tiny
I now
little
love you.
squishies and her tiny little toys, eating her Cheetos.
It's awesome.
I did good. All right.
Okay, so
Number 4.
number 4. Give me a.
Your wine.
Wine
Oh,
and
Star
dine.
Trek. It's the which one was Star? Was it the whales?
It is not the whales.
No. it's the
Okay,
other
Star
one.
Trek Search
2.
of Spock.
That was the one before the whales.
Star Trek
Okay,
3.
so it's the one after the whales.
It
Star
was
Trek
the one
4.
after that. Which one is after
That
the
one
whales?
is the Klingon prison one.
Star Trek 1.
No, it's not.
No, that's
Okay,
2
hold
after
on.
this.
Star Trek 7.
After the whales.
Hold on. It would be 5,
I was getting there.
but I'm trying to remember which one. What happens in 5?
that
Insurrection? No.
Generations?
Generations.
No, that's 6.
No, that's later. No, the
First
one,
Awakening.
What in the world is before the whales? Hold on.
Before the.
Search
No.
Star Trek. After the
No,
whales.
it's after the
Second
whales.
Contact.
Search for Spock, the whales, and what comes in between the Klingon
Guys,
prison
it's
and
Search for
Star
Spock,
Trek.
Return Home.
Prairie
Is this
Dogs.
the one with the Caligula guy? No, that was
The Generations. You are
That's
so
Next Generation.
Okay,
I'm
all right,
so
all right,
off.
all
I'm
right,
so
all right.
off.
This is hilarious. Okay, first of all, Generations, first Next Generation film.
I know.
That's why it's called Generations.
Yeah.
I know.
All right, the Klingon prison one is 6, the undiscovered country.
Right. I love that one.
4 is
The whale movie.
the whale one,
Whale
which
one.
is the voyage home.
Yep.
So in between would be
Okay.
First Awakening.
No.
what's the number between 4 and 6?
Well, it's-
It would be 5.
I know the
Star Trek 5.
I know the number. I was
Right.
trying to
I
get
know
the name.
number. What's the name of it?
The Final Frontier. It's the one where they go find God.
Oh, I hated that one. No wonder I couldn't remember.
It is probably the worst one.
That is awful.
Hey.
I feel like I watched the worst one because I don't agree with that.
Oh,
No.
Oh no,
No.
honey.
Oh.
You want to throw that gauntlet down?
okay.
I do.
See, here's the. Here's what I was about to say. No lie, I was gonna be like, "Don't worry, we'll never do it on the podcast." Now I'm not.
now
She's
it's
like,
like-
"Let's do it." So
It's horror. It's so bad
It's
that I
not going to
forgot
be
it.
any better or worse than the
Look
last
at me.
one I saw.
I love
It's-
Star
it-
Trek.
it will be
is
worse.
so
It's
bad.
worse.
I forgot it. Is how
Watch
bad
it be
it was.
my favorite.
Oh no, it won't. I guarantee
Be
you.
my favorite. I'm in. I'm hooked. Just like
Justina,
Letterkenny.
if it's your
Is my
favorite,
favorite.
I'm going to.
I think we need to
commit
do.
you to an insane asylum.
I think we need to do a sub show, a spinoff, just a brief one,
Oh God.
so we can do those films.
Just
Oh, please, let's do all the
yeah.
Star Trek films. Let's do
We're gonna
it.
do them in order.
Well,
Oh, the first one's
Well,
terrible too. Let's do it.
you've seen 2.
Yeah.
And
We
So are
can
we
go
gonna
back to
bounce
one.
around some more? Or we can do them in
We can
order.
go back to
Scotty?
we can go back to 1. It's
We'll go
No, I
on
don't.
because it's
No,
cerebral.
let's not do 1.
Let's not torture everybody.
Let's actually. There's a 4K cut of 1 that's coming out. I'm kind of interested in. It looks
But-
beautiful.
I mean, but I know 1 looks good, but it's so.
Oh yeah,
boring.
it is.
So
It's Star Trek: The
boring.
Motionless Picture. It's,
Aren't they all boring though?
No.
I don't know, guys. I think they might be.
all right.
Klingon Prison was great.
So 3 is the search for Spot because in 2 he dies.
Yeah.
Do I know that?
Yeah, remember-
He
Yeah, you
dies
watched
with the
that.
glass.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Right.
So 3, they look for him.
They gotta find him. They gotta find him. 4 is the voyage home. It's the one that we've before mentioned about the
The
whales.
whales.
You guys keep talking about the whales. I think aren't we doing that next season?
Oh yeah, we're
Oh
doing
yeah,
the whale
that's definitely
movies.
doing that. Then there's the Final Frontier where they all decide to go look for God.
And it's God.
Because
it's terrible.
Spock has a brother named Cybok who has emotions.
Yes.
They're looking for God. Like which God?
God.
Like
Like
God.
God.
There's
God.
multiple gods.
Yeah, but this is
Like-
leaning
This
toward
is
like
the God.
Capital G God.
yeah, like
the
Christian
God, the
Abraham
Christian God.
Yeah,
the
there's those-
Christian God.
Do they find Jesus on the way?
No
Because
Christ.
that's the son of God.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Like
It's-
usually you can find their kids.
And right.
It's
No.
crazy.
And then 6 is the undiscovered country, which is the one that's got the prison scene in it.
Yeah,
but it's
I love the
also
Klingon prison.
which I like more. I attest to it to like. There's a lot of Shakespeare in that.
it is a
one.
lot
ton
of
Shakespeare in
Shakespeare.
that
It's
one.
so fantastic.
So-
Interesting.
So
You
yeah.
would like that. You would actually like that one.
And so, you almost got out of it. I was going to let you go, but now you
At this point, Scott, I'm just along for the ride.
Now,
Like you act like this is the worst thing you're gonna do to me.
Now you're
Like,
gonna make-
No, I've got plans.
now you're going to make me have to watch the God movie, which
Yeah.
is terrible.
Yeah.
So we're going to do a sub
I
series.
didn't make anything. He did this.
Yeah.
Redirect your anger.
I don't know. You said
They're all pretty terrible, so it doesn't really matter. But he's gonna keep
But there's-
picking. Like he's drawing numbers out of a hat. He's like 5. It is. We're doing 5 next.
So while you say that,
No,
though, there's
I-
going to be scales though of like even though you don't like 2, there's going to be a scale of worse and better.
I like that you say that. I don't remember 2 outside of the guy dies on the other side of the glass. Is that the one where he's looking at his ship built in a case?
No.
No,
Is
that's
2 the one that he looks at the ship built in the case?
no, that's First Contact.
Yeah.
So that's
The second movie we actually watched on the
That's
podcast.
way
That's the
numbers
first
way
one
up
you
there.
watched,
But you guys made me watch it. Like,
and that's a
That's a
whole
next
different
generation
different crew, and different
that's
guy.
like a standalone. I could watch it, and then Spock shows
Right.
up at the end, or what's his face
That's
shows up
not
at the
Spock
end.
at the end.
But they're Vulcan.
There's a Vulcan.
Yeah. shows up at the end, right?
Yeah, the
On a
Vulcans.
ship, and he comes on down, and then
But that
it ends, and
wasn't
it's like,
Spock.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yes.
I'm gonna throw something at her. Just
Okay.
a-
I love this. I love this. This is great.
All I remember about the Spock dying one is that they had to go do something, and they went off the plan because they were like, no, we can do it better, and then they fucked up the mission.
Did you know
or-
that there's a whole entire Star Trek show about the Cardassians in a war?
I didn't know that. I just know if you
She
wear a
didn't know
red
what
shirt.
Kardashian-
Yeah.
I just know if you wear a red shirt, you're
I was
dying.
hoping that she would say.
2 is the one with the earworm things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You remember that? There she goes.
Yeah.
Yeah, she goes. It's all coming back to you.
They were wearing red.
It's all coming back. It's
Right, they were
coming
wearing-
back to
I
me
know that
now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
pop culture.
Yeah,
the
it's
joke
com-
of
yeah.
where you wear red, you die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Red shirts.
Red shirt.
Red
Yep.
shirts.
Yeah.
Number 3 is a Robin Williams movie.
Awakenings.
No, that's such a good movie.
Patch
Mrs.
Adams.
Doubtfire.
No.
Missed out.
Hello, Vietnam.
No.
Good morning, Vietnam.
That's that one.
No.
He's greeting them in some
Hold
way
on.
to Vietnam.
I'm keeping going. Which other ones were good back then? Hold on.
I don't know.
Some consider this one of his best.
Okay, the Patch Adams wasn't Good Morning
No,
Vietnam.
nobody
was
liked Patch Adams.
I liked Patch Adams.
I saw Patch
It
Adams on
wasn't
opening day, which was
Awakenings.
Christmas.
Give me another hint. Who else is in it?
Captain, my Captain.
Oh, if I could, Dead Poet Society.
Yeah.
Never seen it.
It's amazing. You will
As we
cry.
learned in this podcast, no one's surprised.
Yeah.
I will cry in this movie. It's sad.
Number 2, we have mentioned lots of times on. It seems like a lot.
That means nothing.
I know. It is a Harrison Ford film.
Yeah, sure.
Oh.
All right, which one?
Second.
No.
Third.
Yes. What's it
Okay.
called?
I know.
Temple of Doom.
Last
No,
Crusade.
Last Crusade. Yep.
I'm giving her points
I'm
for
sorry.
no.
Yeah.
I'm giving her points for knowing at least a
Well,
title
a
of it.
title. A title.
You guys probably did it.
Right. So yes. So Ghostbusters, Indiana Jones, The Last Crusade, Dead Poet Society, Star Trek V, The Final Frontier, and See No Evil, Hear No Evil.
Which I've never seen.
We're going to play a different game for the 1989 year of,
Okay.
because we've played the 89 before recently.
Right.
Yeah.
In October.
So here are the top 10 films of 1989.
Okay.
I will say 3 of them,
Indiana Jones.
where did it fall?
4. No. 1.
No.
2.
Yes.
Okay. It was going to be high up.
All right. So we've got Indiana Jones. There's 9 more to go.
Ghostbusters.
Where did it fall?
7.
All right.
Shit.
Well, all right.
Do you need some more of this? I think it's working. For
One
you.
more that we've named.
Go ahead with your bad self.
The Robin Williams film.
Yes.
Dead Poets Society.
Yep. Where did it fall?
3.
No.
1.
Mm-mm.
6.
Mm-mm.
5.
No.
4.
Nuh-uh.
9.
Uh-uh.
8.
8.
Okay.
But God love you for trying.
Yeah.
You did good on the
I mean,
first
you
2.
got- I mean,
was
yeah.
like, damn,
All
good.
right.
Toy Story in this.
Can
It's
we
95.
name-
I know it's 95.
Can we name the other 7 films?
Little Mermaid.
No.
Which is 89, but no.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wait, no, it's 90. 89 is the Oliver and
No.
Company.
Yeah.
Oh, damn. Oliver and Company.
Yeah, it's not.
No.
No,
It's
not.
no. It's the end of the Dark Ages.
Oliver and Company is
Yeah.
fantastic.
I love
though.
it. It's probably
It's
my
one of my
favorite.
favorite-
It's my favorite of the Dark
Oh,
Ages
man,
films.
It's one of my favorites.
Why should I worry?
Ghostbusters.
We've said that. This number
I
7.
didn't make it. Okay, that's right.
We've named all the ones that we have named before this
Yep.
this episode.
Okay, so let me think.
List one
Would
actor.
You,
Just one actor.
Where would you like to start? Would you like to start at the top or the bottom?
Bottom.
Sorry,
You just-
bottom.
how about you just list an actor and then we'll tell you where they land.
Number 10. Number 10.
We'll start with number 10.
Oh,
Give me an actor.
Michael J. Fox.
Back to the Future.
The Haunting or whatever. Hauntings. The thing where he sees dead ghosts.
Back to the Future 2 when they're in the West.
Hold on. I'm going to go back to that.
She's thinking of the Frighteners.
That's what Michael J. Fox
movie
did?
Caleb, I got that. I knew what she was thinking of. All right. So yes and no.
Okay.
It is Back to the Future 2. That's not the one where they go to the West.
Okay,
No.
no, it's the future when they go to
Future,
the future.
yeah.
Future.
Yeah, they go to the future.
It's my favorite.
Never mind. Okay, thank you.
Number
The Frighteners is
9.
fun.
I will give 2 hints.
Okay.
It is a Steve Martin movie that became a recent, as in the last 10 years,
Father of the Bride.
hit
1,
on
2, and 3.
I'm not finished.
Sorry.
A hit sitcom on hit drama on NBC.
Father of the Bride. 1, 2, and 3.
Hold on. What?
It's a Steve Martin movie
That became a hit drama?
that became a hit drama on NBC recently in the last 10 years.
The Jerk? No.
I'd like to see the drama version of The Jerk. You heard
That was
about,
way
the
early.
drama version
That
of
was
Fresh
way
Prince of Bel-Air coming out, right?
No.
Next
I
month,
haven't seen that in general.
It's Bel-Air is coming out, and it's
Oh my
like it's a dramatic retelling of Fresh Prince.
Okay, that's crazy. I'm trying to think what Steve Martin film was out that could be a drama.
I think Keanu Reeves is in this too.
As a child?
No, he was a
No.
teen. He was a young man.
Yeah, because by then they'd already done Bill and Ted.
Wow. I don't know.
It's got a really big cast too. Let me pull up the cast
I'm
list.
trying to think.
I've seen it.
Clue? No. It has
No.
Clueless. It has none of those
This
people
is
in it.
This is what I would call a dramedy too. I wouldn't really.
dramedy?
I wouldn't really call it a comedy. They list it as a comedy. I'm like, it's.
I have no idea.
Steve Martin gets pleasured by his wife while he's driving though. I know that.
Oh, that was that was a lot of movies. I'm
You guys
thinking.
know that?
Hold on, no, I was thinking
The
of.
TV show lasted from 2010.
I was thinking of The World according to Garp, which
Yeah.
was Robin Williams, who also was pleasured while driving the car. So
Yeah.
I feel like we should all be pleasured while driving a car.
I feel like we should.
Stars Steve Martin, Mary Steenburgen, Diane Wiest.
Oh,
I
Parenthood.
like her.
Yes, Parenthood.
Oh, is
I
Rick
just want to say
Moranis?
Father of the Bride
Rick
also
Moranis.
involves
Oh, it did
parenthood.
have Keanu Reeves.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was
Rick
so
Moranis,
good.
Tom Hulse,
Okay.
Martha Plimpton, Keanu Reeves.
I do remember that
Joaquin
movie.
Phoenix is in it.
Yes, I remember.
Yeah, so it's gonna be cast, and
Wow.
and was a TV show on NBC for a while.
Yep.
Number 6.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I'm gonna torture you with this one. I'll start. Bruce Willis.
Die Hard.
No,
No.
I knew y'all were going to Die Hard.
Die Hard 2.
Comedy. Ooh, that throws you.
The one where he's an assassin, and the neighbor. There's
Mission
a neighbor.
No.
You know which one I'm going with. There's like
The whole 9 yards.
the whole 9 yards. It's
That's
not
a
that one.
that's a 90s movie.
Okay, never mind. Let me think again. Bruce Willis in a comedy. Hair or no hair?
It would have been
about to
a
ask that
little bit.
question.
It would have been a little bit of hair.
He'd
A
have
little bit
hair
of
at the
hair.
time.
Wow. Let me think.
They made 3 of them.
Oh shit. Really?
Yep.
It's not Die Hard?
No, they've made more than that of Die Hard.
Yeah.
Okay, a comedy with Bruce Willis that they made 3
Made
of.
3.
Is he in all 3 of them?
He's in 2 of them.
Oh. When was the second one?
Who
What
else
year?
is in it? Who's the female?
Or male?
The female's Kirstie Alley.
I don't know who that is.
I do, and I'm trying to think what she was in.
Going back to Star Trek.
I know. She was in Star Trek. She
That
was,
means nothing.
She was the Lady Vulcan in that
You
one
guys
with the.
cannot explain who it is. It doesn't matter. I know the guy that dies,
She was on Cheers.
and I know the other guy
Okay,
that had
all
an
right.
appearance.
All right, hold on.
Oh, look who's talking.
Look who's talking.
I had to think for a minute. Took me a minute.
All right. My next clue would have been John Travolta, which I
Yes,
think would have given
baby, the
then
baby,
what-
yeah.
No, Bruce Willis was the baby.
Oh, Bruce was the baby. That's
John
right.
Travolta- John Travolta
That's
is the
right.
stepdad.
Yes.
I was going to say, you know, in Star Trek, the one you've seen has the pointy-eared guy that dies,
Thank you.
right?
Yes.
Ready?
Mm-hmm.
She's the pointy-eared girl
In the movie.
in that movie.
Yeah, she doesn't stand out. She was not memorable.
She's the only other girl that really speaks.
She's not memorable, Scotty. She doesn't stand out.
Okay, there you go.
Number 5 is a Rick Moranis movie.
Little Shop
Honey, I
of
Shrunk
Horrors.
the Kids.
Yeah.
Yes, Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
Number
There you
1.
go. Look at you go.
Is it the first one?
No.
Yeah, it's the first one.
Yep.
That's the first one?
It's the first. It's the first Honey. I
There's
Shrunk the
more
Kids.
than one?
Yeah, there's Honey,
Oh,
I
there's a
Shrunk the
couple of
Kids.
them.
Honey, I
We-
Blew Up the Kid.
Well, hold on. Before
Blew Up
that,
the-
it's Honey, We Shrunk Ourselves, and then Honey, I
Okay.
Blew Up
Yeah,
the
there's
Baby.
a few of them.
No, the second one's They Blow Up the Baby.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh,
And then
okay.
We Shrunk Ourselves is like a.
The third one?
Yeah, but I think that's more like a direct-to-video thing. I don't think.
Well, all right.
No, that one went to.
I don't think that went to theaters,
Okay.
Thank you, Caleb.
and that was way later. All right, number 4 won the Oscar that year.
That means nothing.
I
Continue.
know, but I wanted to say it.
Continue.
Tom Cruise.
Only Tom Cruise is Tom Cruise crazy.
Is it one I like or don't like?
I don't know if you like this one or not.
Is it Top Gun?
It is not Top Gun.
Is it Mission Impossible?
No. It's not an action film.
Okay, so something that was not an action film.
Oh. Risky Business?
No. God,
That was way early.
Yeah. Ooh, look at you knowing that.
Yeah.
Look at us.
He was a baby.
Man, I'm rubbing
Yeah.
off on you. Y'all know when it's stuff are early. I'm feeling
Okay.
so proud.
Okay, Tom Cruise.
Let's see.
It wasn't Interview with the Vampire. That's for damn sure.
That was later.
Yep.
I know. Wasn't Show
I
Me
already
the Money.
listed
That
all
was
the things
way
I know.
Later. I'm trying to think. What did he do? That
Hot
was
Water Burn Baby.
Water Burn.
That's my favorite.
Wait.
Oh shit, Rain Man.
Rain Man.
Rain Man.
Yes, that's a great
Definitely
movie.
Rain Man. Definitely.
Reference
Definitely
Rain
Rain
Man
Man.
all the time.
And you did this
I
time.
didn't even know who was in it.
Definitely.
Never seen it.
Definitely
Tom
Rain
Cruise
Man.
and Dustin Hoffman.
Definitely Rain Man.
Number 3 is a Christmas movie. Oh, well, I don't know. I take it back.
Home Alone.
No, number 3 is a sequel to a Christmas movie.
Die Hard 2.
Because I'm not sure if the sequel is a Christmas movie.
Well, it can't be Die Hard 2 because Die Hard 2 is a Christmas movie. Also.
Die Hard 2 is a Christmas movie.
So Die Hard 3.
There's a sequel.
No, Die Hard 3 is later, like 90.
Yeah.
So it's a sequel to a Christmas movie.
Yeah,
Like
but he's on the right path when he's thinking action films.
Okay.
It's one of those Christmas movies like Die Hard is.
Okay, so it's
Mission Impossible.
No,
no.
those are 90s films.
Mhm.
I'm just telling you, put them in a contest for you.
Can I get a actor? Can I buy a vowel?
Can I get a hot tub?
Can I buy a vowel?
Joe Pesci.
Oh, that means nothing to me.
Oh.
Who's the third build in this?
Is it a
I also say Rene Russo.
mob action film?
No.
Because it can't be.
It's
Because it
not.
can't be any of the Home Alone films because we would have said it is a Christmas film.
Right.
But you said
Yeah,
it's
that's
a
a
sequel
Christmas
to a
film for
Christmas
sure.
And the more I think
so-
about it, this one's not. The more I think about it, this one doesn't have happened. It doesn't happen during Christmas, so it's not. It's not a Christmas
really
film. But the first
sure.
one is a Christmas film.
Okay.
There's a scene where a guy who is stuck to his toilet.
It's Jim Carrey's in it
No.
with that guy.
You're thinking of Dumb and Dumber.
Yeah, Dumb and Dumber.
But he
Dumb and
wasn't
Dumber.
stuck. He
He
just had
pretty
to
much
shit.
was.
Yeah.
When you have to shit, you're stuck.
This
to a
guy
toilet.
isn't technically stuck, but he is. He's not like stuck to the toilet. He just can't leave it.
Which is Dumb
The
and Dumber.
same issue with Dumb and Dumber?
No, different issue.
Okay. Oh, something about Mary?
No.
No.
That's okay.
This is not a comedy. I mean,
Oh.
there's funny things in it, but it's an action film.
Can't leave your toilet.
Richard Donner directed it. Actually directed. There's 4 of them.
I don't.
Richard Donner directed all of them, which is a feat.
I feel ashamed,
Yeah.
but I can't. Nothing is ringing a bell.
All right, Danny Glover.
Oh, fucking Lethal Weapon.
Lethal Weapon 2.
Yeah.
Danny Glover is.
I didn't
Thank
know
you.
Tom
And I
Cruise
for-
was in that.
I forgot
I
Joe
didn't say Tom
Pesci
Cruise
was in that.
You're the one who came up with Tom Cruise.
Yeah, you're way
Pe-
behind. We're done with Tom Cruise.
Yeah, Joe
Yeah.
Pesci's in that.
Joe Pesci.
Oh, Tom Cruise was the last one he guessed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was still on that one.
So there's a bomb in the toilet.
I remember that.
Danny Glover's on.
And he can't get
Up because they don't know if it's pressure censored or not.
Right.
Yeah.
I remember that.
And so
I've actually seen that one.
Mel Gibson has to disarm it or get him off. It's funny.
Well, it's in there. It's funny,
it's
but
a-
it's also it's crazy.
Yeah.
I like all the Lethal
Mel
Weapon
Gibson is also crazy in that.
Well,
The second one we've mentioned.
when is he not?
That's true. The second one we've mentioned is Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. Number 1 was literally the biggest movie of 1989.
Well, I mean, obviously it's number 1.
Yeah, but it's
Scotty.
literally like
Like it won round and round.
like in the echelon of like movie blockbuster summers. This 89 is usually argued about like the best.
Okay,
mostly
is it
because
action,
of this movie.
sci-fi, comedy, drama?
It is. I would say it is definitely an action film that has some science fiction elements kind of tattered into it, mostly in the word of gadgets.
Inspector Gadget.
No,
No.
I would not give that.
Mission
kind of
Impossible?
No.
No.
Again, those are 90s films. This is 89.
Okay, hold on. Gadgets.
James Bond.
It is the biggest movie of 89.
It's not James Bond.
It's not James
No.
Bond,
Give me a
no.
minute.
I'm giving you a minute.
Batman.
Yes.
Yeah,
Batman.
Batman. I remember
He's got
that.
gadgets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get your cookbook out. Where's that? Your drink book.
My drink book's
Yeah,
in
your drink
there.
book.
We're going to do one.
Yeah, 1989 Batman.
Probably not the 1989
Is it the one
now.
with the penguin?
No, that
No,
would be Batman Returns, which is also
Joker?
a Christmas
Yeah.
movie. Yeah,
Yeah.
Joker's in this one.
Joker, yeah. The
So Joker would be. Don't tell me. It's the guy. Hang on, I know him.
Can you do it?
Do you?
Yes.
Which Joker?
Hang on, because he's older.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that brain going.
Click,
So-
click, click,
right?
click, click, click. I know what he looks like. I can tell you everything.
Yeah.
Because he's purple and green.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
on the right.
most
Yeah. On the
Jokers,
right track.
but yes.
Jim Carrey was the Riddler.
Yes.
Yeah.
We have the weird penguin
Further
guy.
back though.
Which is Danny
Yeah.
DeVito.
I've
Danny
seen these.
DeVito.
And then the Joker. I know him.
Yeah.
Like he's still in stuff now.
No, he's not been working in
Well,
LA.
In a while.
Like stuff I've seen.
Yeah.
Though. Let's be clear.
He's not worked since The Departed.
Yeah.
That doesn't help me. Next movie. Give
The
me another
Shining.
one. I know. He's like
One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
motherfucker.
5 easy pieces.
Stop. I know.
As good as it gets.
Oh,
Oh, that was a good one.
Little Shop of Horrors, because we talked about
The
it.
original one, yeah.
We
Little
talked
Shop
about
of
it.
Horrors.
Okay, I can't. I just can't remember. I know
Jack
who
Nicholson.
he is.
Yeah.
Jack Nicholson.
Jack
Like I
Nicholson.
knew who he was.
Who was Batman in that?
I don't know. The guy that was in Batman with the Riddler and also the Penguin. It was
Mr.
the
Mom.
same- What? Mr.
Mr.
Mom?
Mom.
I don't know that.
Yeah, it's Mr. Mom.
Vulture
Is
in
his
the
name
recent
Chris?
Spider-Man films.
Is it Christopher?
Nope.
No, that's Superman.
Daniel?
Nope.
Daniel.
Joseph?
Begins with an M.
Matthew?
Beetlejuice
Michael?
Yep.
Yep.
is Beetlejuice.
Michael Myers. Just kidding. I know it's not Michael Myers.
No, that's Shrek.
Michael Keaton.
Michael Keaton.
Michael Keaton.
Okay. I
Yeah.
won't think of that.
Beetlejuice.
Beetlejuice.
That doesn't help me.
You saw Beetlejuice.
I'm not very good. Like I know things.
Yeah.
If I saw a picture, I would know them.
Yeah,
I can describe what they look
but
like.
you've seen Beetlejuice.
Yeah.
But names and people.
Right, I understand. I'm trying to help you out.
Did you watch
I
Spider-Man?
have seen Beetlejuice,
Right.
but knowing his name isn't going to help.
Right. He's Beetlejuice.
Yeah.
Right.
That's
I
all
knew that.
I'm trying to say. He's Beetlejuice.
We've said that
One of the bald
now.
ones.
Are we going to be in trouble?
I don't see anything, so I think we're good. He's pretty cool though. If my kid doesn't stop baby talking, I'm gonna go beat it out of her.
Which one?
It doesn't matter. You can hear. I'll beat them all until they stop. Hey, child, were you baby talking?
That a
No, you
thing?
weren't because it's still going. Thank you.
She's like, you don't know my life.
She probably would say that. Hey, if you have one of those, you may have one because we still have to eat dinner. Okay? Yes, ma'am. I'm sorry. Thank you. Yes, ma'am. Mm-hmm. Yeah, sounds about right.
On that note,
There you go.
you can like and subscribe us on any podcast app. You can watch us on YouTube at youtube.com/Mopcast Network. You can follow us on Facebook at facebook.com/Cult Movie Cantina.
Please and thank
Yes,
you.
you can. Do it.
This is Scotty saying this is our contribution to the multiverse. Go out and make yours!
Bye.